An advertising guide. Advertising introduction. Ralph Waldo Emerson said something that was later edited to the famous quote, "Build a better mousetrap, and the world will beat a path to your door." Anyone that believes this is obviously naive and has not lived in the real world. I'm not talking suppressed technologies. That's one thing. The big oil companies purposely suppressing free energy machines because they want to keep selling oil, but it's still an advertising problem to a certain extent. Many small-time inventors have good products that they can't get out to the mainstream media because money rules the world. The big-timers pay for all media through advertising. They don't want new whippersnappers butting into what they already got going on. Look at what they call medical science. The big drug companies spend billions on advertising, then these little whippersnappers come around like Harry Hoxsey, Royal Rife, and others saying they can cure cancer and other diseases. They have patients who swear by them, but they get creamed, die off, and these great ideas fall by the wayside. Furthermore, people are resistant to change. In the 1940 movie Edison, the Man, they spend some time showing how entrenched gas lamps were in the United States. Edison had to fight to get his light bulb out there so people could see it was better and safer than gas lamps, which were an entrenched part of the culture back then. There's a quote where Bill Gates said no one needs more than 625 MB of computer space. It took 20 years for PCs to kill the typewriter. If you go to Dubai or Japan, they're living at least 10 years ahead of us in terms of cool technology and products. Go to an Asian trade show. There are 100 cool products there that you'll never see in North America because they know it would be too hard to advertise and market them to American people for them to be profitable. They have advanced toilets that dissolve the waste material and burn it away on the spot without all that piping, but we don't have many of them here. The regular water toilets we have work all right, and I bet the plumber unions and the conventional toilet manufacturers have something to do with keeping them out. If you're local, you don't need much advertising, but people have to know you exist. If you run a donut shop, the aroma will bring some people in, but you need signs. To get customers more than a mile away, you need some kind of advertising. Local traffic and word of mouth are good, but you at least need some good signs, a yellow pages listing and a Facebook/Twitter presence where you announce specials. The internet is almost wholly subsidized by ads. Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, the top 4 websites in the world, all make their money with ads. If advertising didn't work, people wouldn't spend their money on them. Some people argue that ads intrude on their personal freedom. The best you can do is ignore them. They'll never go away. You can set up a free website at WordPress, Facebook, Blogspot, Weebly, and Wix. Some of these places have free built-in SEO/search engine optimization. With over 1 billion websites out there, you have to figure out ways to get people to visit your website if that's the route you want to go to grow your business. There's Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Reddit, YouTube, etc., all for free. You have to decide if the time and money spent on these advertising ventures are worth the ROI/return on investment. I've seen a lot of pretty good websites die that had good content to entice viewers/customers. There seem to be a few big players for almost everything except for niche products. Amazon has got almost all online sales in the bag. In my local area, I see the same people selling computer products and service constantly put up new free ads on Kijiji and Craigslist every 3 days or so. Groupon was big for a while in the coupon scene, but that backfired when the people didn't get their money's worth with the coupons. Zappos is the king of online clothes. This book contains everything I could find on advertising and marketing in the real world and online. Books about advertising are at number 659.1 or HF 5827 at the library. Chapter 1. Advertising Guide. Advertising Info 1. Give me what I want right now. Golden Rule of Advertising. Highlight whatever is unique about your company. There was a good documentary series on CBC Radio called The Age of Persuasion, which was made up of dozens of half-hour shows about advertising created by Terry O'Reilly, not the right-wing Fox talk show host. It could still be there in the archives. He covers everything from the beginnings of advertising to using God to sell product. Other than that, if you go to number 659.1 at the library, you'll find a handful of books on advertising. Terry O'Reilly says you have to be authentic, modest, and deliver more than you promise. If you pretend to be authentic but you're fake, the people will see it and stay away in droves, extra hard than if you were just neutral, not denying the fact that you're a money-hungry exploiter and only pretend to help people with your public image. Don't pretend you're something you're not. It's okay to be a greedy capitalist as long as you deliver a great product. If you're fake, you will get found out. The deal nowadays is that everybody says they aren't influenced by advertising. Personally, if I hear somebody offering a good deal in an ad, I'll check it out. Whenever I buy an electronic component, I look in the newspaper ads and flyers in them for the 3 big electronics stores in my area, then pick the cheapest price for what I'm looking for. That's how I operate. Advertising in a functional way works for people like me. I know that the flyers that come with Thursday's newspaper are always gonna have ads of the big electronics shops in the area. For me, it's practicality, but I think for a lot of people, it's image, being cool or status. They have an ad on TV where several couples come on and say how much money they saved by buying their furniture from a certain home furnishing store. One woman says it's much cheaper than the same brand name carpet from another store. To me, this is learned materialism. What do we really need? 100 years ago, some guy built a little 2-room log house and wore the same clothes every day and he had what he needed, but nowadays the economy runs on selling us useless products we don't really need. This is the challenge of advertising: create a desire or demand for something that people don't really need. Why buy a big, bad Jeep when all you need is a small 2-door hatchback? Why buy a $100 pair of jeans when all you need is a $15 pair of nylon sweatpants? It's all image. They call it brand marketing. I know a middle-aged advertising guy who I talk to now and then. I noticed that his thought process is all about branding. Whenever he sees a new product or company, he's thinking, how should they brand themselves? What emotional feeling do they want to put out to the world? A food company wants comfort and warmth to be associated with their food. A Jeep company wants male machismo and toughness. A lipstick company wants an aura of glamour and coolness as defined by trendiness. You as a business owner have to pick your emotion or story for your company, then go with it. You can't be all over the place. You have to pick one image, one adjective, and describe yourself like that. The rules for advertising are simple. Create a simple, clear hook or theme. Hit people over the head with it. It's called repetition. Write or talk the way people in the real world talk or think. Don't be ivory tower. Less words to express an idea are better than big and lots of words. Identify your target audience and target them. It might be middle-aged families or trendy teens depending on what you're selling. Cater to them. Don't be intimidated by ad agencies claiming to know what works best over your own ideas. You can create your own TV commercial based on your idea and hire someone to shoot it without any creative input from them. Don't listen to pompous ad agents who will always try to sell you their idea for the ads. When buying ad space anywhere, it's always negotiable. Be cheap. Ask for rock-bottom prices. Create your own ads over them, creating them for you and charging outrageous prices for this creative input. Hire them to make it and deliver it as with radio spots. Don't waste ad money. Run your ads in mediums where your target audience is. An ad gets them in the door. Good prices and service keeps them coming back. For legal purposes, don't lie, go over the top or commit libel against competitors in ads. For me, as an analytical cynic, I usually watch TV ads for fun to look at who their target audience is. It's so easy to spot how stupidly manipulative ads are by the way they try to flatter their particular target group. You have to deliver. All the advertising in the world can't help a poor product or a selfish, callous company that rips people off. Watch infomercials. They're generally created by shameless advertising masters. Discover their techniques for yourself, then use them. They take insincerity and marketing to a high art form. This is hype at its finest. They try to instill urgency and excitement in the viewer. It's shameless, but they don't care. They're in your face with their hype, and it must work because the same infomercials keep playing for months on end. They have to sell a lot of product just to break even on that ad time. If an infomercial doesn't sell a lot, they pull it. Ads cost money. You have roughly 10 major media: TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, internet, outdoor, billboards, signs on buses, etc. Direct mail, to me it's junk mail. Co-op advertising, uniting with other companies to create ads or host events. Publicity, free media coverage. Viral marketing, people talking about you. You have to do some research to figure out what works best for you at the lowest price. The hidden form of advertising, which is virtually free, although some companies orchestrate it, is viral marketing. People like something and tell their friends about it, or with the internet, if Joe sees a cool video about something, he downloads it off YouTube to his buddies. If you make a cool video with your business attached to it somehow, like someone in it wearing a .com t-shirt, it's an easy way to advertise. By orchestration, I mean that some companies approach cool-looking people or celebrities and give them free products in the hopes that other people see them, think the product must be cool, and buy it. A pop drink company put on a series of free rap concerts. Some companies hire people to talk about product X, wear its t-shirt, use their products out in public. Study your competition's ads and way of doing business. Learn from them. The USP/unique selling proposition is simply, what do you got that others don't have? Advertising is not about proper English. Talk the way people talk. Advertising info too. I know I'm wasting half of my advertising dollars, but I don't know which half. What really works? Dullness nor hype will sell your product. You need truth with some honest excitement. Success with anything is simply a matter of having something different that appeals to the wants and/or desires of the greatest number of consumers possible. Target your sales efforts to reach the people wanting it badly enough to stand in line to buy it, and then make it as painless as possible for them to achieve satisfaction by purchasing that particular item that fulfills their needs from you. Advertising is not rocket science. Keep it simple. Just convey your message straight up. Use hype because everybody else does, but there's a fine line between getting the consumer's interest and him or her turning off to your offer as another piece of crap, so you have to balance the hype out with brevity and honesty. Some people say it's all about price and functionality. Others say it's all about image. If a product or company has cultured a certain image about itself, when you buy that product, you want people to think that you're like that image they've cultured. If Nike tries to come off as the cool, happening sportswear company geared for yuppies and winners, all the sheep'll get on the bandwagon and buy the product. Advertising is words and images used to convey either a frivolous good feeling of youth, perfection, and specialness, or at the other extreme, practical function, how you can get something you want or need for a good deal. I personally think cuteness and that cool feeling of perfection many companies try to portray is dead for enlightened people who can see through it, but it seems to work on young people, uneducated people, and women who will seem to buy anything that they think will make them look prettier or thinner. If you plan to advertise frivolous products to kids or women, it's alright to be cute, but for everything else, keep it functional, offer them a good deal, and don't be cute. It insults people's intelligence. I repeat, in today's world, cuteness is dead. Use your common sense and keep it simple, straight, and honest. Simply study all the print ads, radio, and TV commercials you see around and decide what works best for you. Act professional even if you're not. Use a computer, write professional-looking letters, make good-looking ads, and get some kind of software to print out labels for your envelopes. People can spot an amateur right away. If you act professional, they won't know if you're big time or small time, and it won't matter. If you can't afford a new computer, buy a used one and start learning basic word processing on it. Tell them you've got something great for a great price and tell them how they can get it. If you hire an advertising agency, don't let them snow you with a stupid campaign. Write up your own ads, then use them regardless of the medium. If you hire someone to develop a campaign for you, have a final say in it. Stay real. If the campaign feels corny or wrong, don't just go along because they're supposed to be the professionals. Tell them it sucks and either modify it, create your own, or tell them to change it. Everything comes down to the headline/slogan, a few words that say what you're all about in a practical but cool kinda way. The product should be great to start with, the ad should just draw attention to it. People are bombarded with everything all the time. There has to be something in your ads that make them remember, or more specifically want to remember and check your place out, either something cool, fun and frivolous, or something practical and helpful at a good price. Ads are so quick and most people so distracted and unsophisticated that you'd better keep your concept very simple so people understand it. If they can't get it in 30 seconds, or if they have to analyze something to understand it because it's convoluted, they won't bother because life is complicated enough and they're preoccupied with themselves way more than the 100th ad they've seen today. They will only stop for a good deal or something really cool. Repetition works to give the ad a chance to sink in. Give them the facts. Be interesting, straight, and direct. Keep your concept modern and contemporary. If the ad is good, keep it until it stops pulling in business. Get your corporate image and brand name in there. Create ads that your mother would like, or at the very least not be ashamed of. Don't obviously copy another great ad that's already out there. You could be sued for copyright infringement and it will be embarrassing to be a clone of somebody else. Focus exclusively on the person's self-interest in any ad you create. Write your ad in plain everyday language and don't get too serious in it. If you have illustrations and photos, try to do something that arouses the reader's curiosity. Figure out what you're selling and sell it. Food is taste. Travel is fantasy. Toilet cleaner is function. Medicine is pain relief, etc. Advertising gives information about good products and that's it. Stick with the facts. Don't lie. Don't be cute. Help, amuse, or inspire people somehow. Find your target audience and advertise to them. If you have a product that appeals to all, like something to do with sex or food, by all means, advertise to the mainstream. Once you've found first-time customers, keep sending them offers for related products. That's basically it. Keep it simple. Advertising info 3. Ads have one purpose: to sell. Do it with emotion, either funny, serious, beautiful, luxurious, or thrifty. There must be a selling purpose there, not just a brilliant piece of camera work that doesn't say anything. Advertising is telling people lies to get them to buy things they don't really need, which is the wrong attitude. Make honest ads. If you suck people in once because of misleading advertising, you've just alienated your customers. To succeed, you must be better than the competition. To be better, you must be different. Try for a combination of great products at a good price. You can maximize business with either or all of a specialty product line and lots of handy and new, fun, novelty products. Think providing satisfaction instead of just selling. If you price your products too high, the customers won't come back. When a product or service is promoted, it is more easily sold than when it is just advertised. Customers are more easily convinced when someone other than the designer or producer recommends the product or service. Spending a large sum of money to publish a half-page advertisement in your local newspaper may not produce as much business as a press release of the same amount of space. You're selling an image, but people still want value for their money, so try to balance the two in your presentation. Sometimes clever works like the Timex still ticking commercials, but they're far and few between. When in doubt, go with a straight commercial that conveys the message straight on. Wise people don't care about ads unless they can get a deal out of them. They're too smart to be swayed by 99% of the crud out there that makes up most advertising. Get your message down and convey it to your public straight up. Make the one point that makes you better and different from all the rest. If your claims are over the top, you won't get business and you could even be charged for false advertising. Repetition works. Keep hitting them over the head with the same message and some will eventually listen. Make your ads functional, relevant, and informative. Make them memorable but not too over the top with stupid humor. Try to make a catchy tune, catchy slogan, or a catchy logo. In your ads, make it like you're talking to average Joe, not Genius Fred. Stress your main points and best features in the ad. Keep it simple and clear. The bottom line is always price. If you're cheaper than the next guy, you will always win and always get repeat business. The 3 things customers want most of all is a good product, a deal, and a stress-free environment when they go to your business. They want speed, novelty, service, and simplicity with the transaction. They don't want the high-pressure salesman shadowing them, they don't want to be hurried, they want to be able to take the time to check things out. They want space, comfort, and cleanliness. You need a good storefront so people feel comfortable when entering. They don't necessarily want the clerk to be staring them in the face. They have to know where to find you and have to be able to park easily right in front of the store. Go for a live answering service over a recording. Work with related businesses to refer each other. Even a little relaxing music won't hurt. Make your employees love you. Project a happy, friendly place to work. Provide good, no-hassle customer service. Most products are just there, functional necessities, neither good or bad. We just go to the store to buy them without much thought of features or options. Most companies that sell everyday products make a good living, but they don't make as much as they could because they don't bother marketing effectively. The customer has a choice between your garden hoses or a competitor's hoses. He doesn't much care which one he buys, but you have the power to do something about it through marketing. Most men don't like to shop, they will go to the quickest place, and if they get a deal the first time, they will keep coming back. Women are more selective, picky, and frivolous. Shopping is an event for them. They may not be as loyal as men unless you can wow them with really good deals and really cool clothes. They like to go to different places to check things out. It's more emotional with them. They're treating themselves. Treat them like you're pampering them, like they're special. When marketing novelty and frivolous products, packaging is everything. Be cute, colorful, and frivolous. People want a treat, a surprise like they're 5 years old opening a new birthday present at a birthday party. Keep your image in tune with your products. Rugged for outdoor products. Glamour for women's clothing. Pedantic for educational books. Wacky for novelties, etc. Don't go over the top with fast-talking claims. Provide a good product at a good price so customers keep coming back. If a customer feels ripped off after he buys the product because of your hype, he won't come back to spite you. In TV and radio advertising, there's prime time, usually between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning and 6 to 10 o'clock at night, and all the rest is fringe time, which is cheaper. There are different kinds of ads. Image ads are sleek-looking ads geared to promote a particular product or model of a product, like a car, to give off an impression of cool, elegant, upper class, one of the good old boys, etc. There's no hard sell in an image ad. They're trying to create an emotional impression. Retail ads are direct ads which convey a functional message and try to hit you over the head with how great the deal is and how much you need the product. Some types of advertising are as follows. Print advertising, newspapers, magazines, newsletters, yellow pages, coupon books, direct mail promotions, catalogs. Media advertising, radio, TV. Internet, search engines, spam, email marketing, banner exchange with other websites, linking exchange, web malls, auction site, e-zines, e-newsletters, internet radio, podcasts, vidcasts, blogs, newsgroups. Telemarketing. Fax blasts. Telephone on hold messages. Signs/billboards. Advertising on buses, the subway, taxicab, etc. Local community bulletin boards. Tourist guides. trade shows, giving seminars, sponsoring a sports team, promotional products like t-shirts, baseball hats, bumper stickers, park benches and bus shelters, parade floats. Advertising info 4. Art is the craft of developing a connection with people. Advertising is the craft of developing a connection with people. You can hire an ad agency or create your ads, then hire a generic crew to do the technical part. An ad agency prides itself on being the creative part of an ad, but you can be creative yourself. Write your ad out, then either hire a camera crew to create it for TV, a radio producer for a radio ad, or a graphic designer/artist for a print ad. The second function an ad agency does is to present the ads and buy the ad space wherever you want it in the media. If you're smart, you can bypass them, go to a media directory at the library or on the internet, find the places you want to advertise at and talk to them directly. In the end, you will save the 15% commission the ad agency takes when it books ads for you, and haggling personally with the guy at the other end might net you a deal because, after all, what advertising space he doesn't sell is gone forever. It's not like he has X number of widgets sitting on his shelf and if you don't meet his price he can sell it to the next guy. If he can't sell his limit of advertising for Saturday night, his chance for that time is gone forever. If you don't have the time nor the desire, by all means hire an advertising agency, but be selective because a lot are overpriced scams who think their creativity is very valuable and will charge outrageous prices for the little gimmicks they come up with. Be more down to earth. Either find a good ad agency or design your own ad. After all, nobody knows your product line better than you. Be creative, informative, memorable, simple and clear. In sales, the uniqueness and usefulness of your product are everything. The headline is almost everything. Everybody will read the headline. Many won't read the body. Make it short, sweet, cool and memorable, commonly called the hook, a catchy phrase like "we work harder so you don't have to," people helping people live better lives, be all you can be, or "where's the beef?" Words have emotional feeling attached to them. The word powerful sounds powerful, the word wimpy sounds wimpy. Look through the dictionary to find words you want to use in your ads. Imitate good ads. Don't steal their ideas outright, just use them as the foundation to create your own. Cluttered ads don't work. Find one simple concept and stick with it. Know what your customer wants and give it to them. Everybody fancies themselves a cool character in some way. Find out how to appeal to this part of the customer's ego and play it out. Like if advertising a Jeep, make it look like tough, active, athletic guys ride that Jeep, or cool beautiful women, not blatantly sexy, drive convertible Camaros. You can't appeal to everybody. Find your target market and cater them, maybe 20 to 34-year-old males who are into macho and cool, or 20 and 34-year-old females who are into beauty, looks, glamour and thinness. All the advertising in the world is useless if you don't have easily accessible retail outlets with good products at good prices. If you advertise your supermarket with great deals which is 20 miles away from town, forget it. People won't drive 20 miles each way just to buy a few groceries unless they're going for a casual ride anyway. The best advertising is publicity, that is free advertising you get by being part of the news, so get your business involved in community affairs and charitable products. If you run a restaurant, have a free meal for the homeless on Thanksgiving Day and call up the TV station news departments in your area to tell them to get it on the news. If your company gets complaints that make the news, use the news to get your counter reply out there. The best advertising beyond word of mouth could be the little freebies companies give away with their name and website imprinted on it. It could be anything from pencils to calendars to t-shirts to screwdrivers to calculators to keyrings. If you sell to kids, have contests and prizes. In the end, advertising may be a colossal waste of money beyond letting the customer know you exist and have good prices. Advertising agencies praise its effectiveness, but people are so bombarded with them that they ignore most of them. Advertising info 5. 80% of your ad is in the headline. Get their attention, be clear, interesting, honest, believable and offer a great deal. The bottom line is to educate and motivate people to sell your product to them at a profit. Say exactly who you're advertising to, tell them why your product will be useful to them, then tell them what to do, call your number, place an order, go to your store, etc. Offer it at a reasonable price that will benefit the both of you. Pick your image and personality, then stick with it through all your advertising and marketing. Some common ones are Apple, the little guy taking the big guys, IBM, on. Budweiser, chicks, good times. Listerine, tastes bad but works. McDonald's, you deserve a break today. Marlboro cigarettes, tough guy Marlboro man. Maytag, lonely repair man. Microsoft, cool pop music, on the cutting edge. Nike, just do it, inspiration that is getting too mainstream so the alternative crowd is turning off. There are 4 categories of companies. Pick one and do your best with it. The biggest and best. The rebel, alternative, contrarian. New kid on the block, young, fresh, strong, better. The niche market, focusing only on one small particular piece of the pie. Know your target market. Narrow niche marketing often works better than mass mainstream marketing. Advertise locally in small ways, in alternative newspapers, bulletin boards, flyers in mailboxes, etc. People buy 2 things, what they want and what they need, emotional and rational. Study your audience. Try to appeal to both interests. Be believable. Don't be over the top in your advertising. People intuitively sense when they're in the presence of a slickster, so be more factual than slickster. Keep it simple. Do what you must to attract attention. Appeal to emotions. Make it easy for the customer to get information and buy from you. Use the word free and honor it. Write simple, great ads, great sales literature and press releases. Advertise in publications targeted at your target audience. Offer a promotion if they act immediately, like free installation, $25 off, etc. Pick the right advertising medium for your audience. Study other ads, then come up with one simple, tight, ingenious idea for your product's ads that people will identify with and relate to. Be clear, simple, and honest. Combine the verbal message with visual images. The artwork is a means to an end. Don't let the artwork be so good that it overpowers your message. Be a little creative but over the top to the extent that it overshadows your sales message. People's greatest instincts are survival, comfort, and the need to better oneself, to learn more about life. Try to appeal to these things to get them at a gut, primal level. Image isn't everything, intelligence is. You have to be good in order for your advertising to draw business and keep getting it over and over again with repeat business. The Effie Awards are advertising awards. Type the term into search engines to find winners, then look at their ads. Most try to deal with one solid, simple idea about something good, inspiring and helpful. Basic types of advertising. The major types of advertising are newspapers, daily newspapers, weekly newspapers, shopping guides, weekly ad flyers, buy and sell newspaper, special interest newspapers, sports paper, college paper, theater paper, etc. Magazines, consumer magazines, trade or business publications, farm publications, professional magazines, television, local TV, network TV, cable TV, short commercial versus infomercial, radio, local stations, network radio, several to several hundred radio stations nationwide, outdoor advertising, billboards, posters, sponsor a sports team, public buildings, sports arena, concert, fair, festival, public washrooms, transportation advertising, station posters, exterior cards on vehicles, interior car cards, directory, yellow pages, community, Direct mail advertising. Letters. Catalogs. Point of purchase displays. Near cash registers. Near food courts. Advertising novelties in specialties. Calendars, mugs, baseball hats, etc. Internet. Your own website. Advertising on others' websites. Email to targeted group, not bulk email. Low-cost advertising ideas. The opportunities for getting free advertising for your product or services are limited only by your own imagination and energies. One way is to write an article relative to your particular expertise and submit it to all the publications and media dealing in the dissemination of related information. In other words, become your own publicity and sales promotions writer. Other ways of getting free or very inexpensive exposure include the posting of advertising circulars on all free bulletin boards in your area, especially the coin-operated laundries, grocery stores, and beauty and barber shops. Don't discount the idea of handing out circulars to all the shoppers in busy shopping centers and malls, especially on weekends. You can also enlist the aid of the middle school students in your area to hand out circulars door to door. Some of the more routine methods include having a promotional ad relative to your product or service printed on the front or back of your envelopes at the time you have them printed with your return address. Be sure to check all the publications that carry the kind of advertising you need. Many mail-order publications just getting started offer unusually low rates to first-time advertisers, a free-of-charge insertion of your ad when you pay for an order to run 3 issues or more, or special seasonal ad space at greatly reduced rates. And there are a number of publications that will give you per inquiry, space, an arrangement where all orders come into the publication, they take a commission from each order and then forward the orders on to you for fulfillment. Many publications will give you a contract for unsold space. In this arrangement you send them your ad and they hold it until they have unsold space, and then at a price that's always 1/3 or less the regular price for the space need, insert your ad. Along these lines, be sure to check in with the suburban neighborhood newspapers. If you send out or publish any kind of catalog or ad sheet, get in touch with all the other publishers and inquire about the possibilities of exchange advertising. They run your ad in their publication in exchange for your running an ad for them of comparable size in yours. Find trade shows and conferences related to your products. If you sell rifles, go to gun shows, get a booth to sell them. If you have products for seniors, contact the AARP at aarp.org, tell them about them, contact senior websites, ask if you can put a note in or offer them 50 free ones in exchange for honorable mention. Go to a periodical directory at the library, find all the senior magazines and either get them to review your product or place ads directing customers to your website where they learn about the product and order it from you. Look for educational institutions that might use your product. For example, if you have neat portable grills, contact culinary institutes and cooking schools offering them your product at 50% of the retail cost in bulk sales. Giveaways. People love to receive free items, especially items they can use to gain knowledge or improve their lives. You can base an entire promotional campaign on this need. If you're running a furniture repair business, for instance, you could give away a furniture repair brochure, free furniture planning guides or color swatches. Once you begin giving away authoritative information, customers will begin to perceive you as an expert in your field. News creation. Want to get news from your business in the local newspaper? It may be easier than you think. If you don't have any news to report to the local media, create some. Maybe you're selling an unusual product line, maybe you've opened a free advice center for the community, or maybe you've received an award from a civic or professional group. Local penny savers and weeklies are often quite interested in business news of this sort and could help you attract the attention of thousands of people. Events. You may be able to attract the attention of the media or a crowd by staging a special promotional event. If you run a fitness classes, for instance, you could stage a celebrity instructor day. If you're promoting a new real estate business, you can offer tours of a model home in the area. Charity tie-ins. Are you launching a new product? Trying to increase visibility among a particular segment of your community? Offer your product to one or more local charities as a raffle prize or for use at a fundraising event. You will receive lots of exposure among people who buy tickets or attend the event. If your church has raffles, offer to supply the prizes. Contests. Offer a desirable or unique item or even several items as contest prizes. First, find a contest theme that ties into your business. A caterer might offer a quiche eating contest. A photographer might offer a young model contest. A mail-order craft firm might offer an early American handicrafts contest. Invite contest submissions and offer prizes to the winners. All it takes is a few signs, a small press announcement or two, and the word will spread throughout the community grapevine. You can generate goodwill and publicity by sponsoring a contest in cooperation with a charitable organization or school district. For instance, you might approach a charity about sponsoring an essay or poster contest. Charities are experienced at running such events and will publicize your sponsorship. You provide the prizes, typically U.S. savings bonds. Contests often offer several opportunities for publicity. When the contest is announced, when the winners are selected, and when the prizes are awarded. In each instance, your business is mentioned as the sponsor. A school district also might be interested in a contest, especially if you can relate it both to your business and to the curriculum or to current events. Propose the idea to the school principal. Community service. Nothing brings you to the attention of the people faster or more favorably than community service. Ask yourself how your enterprise can be a good neighbor to your community. If you're running a lawn care and gardening service, perhaps you can offer one season's services at no charge to a needy charitable organization or nursing home in your area. People will hear about your work in the process. Volunteer for various community causes. If appropriate, you can step in during community emergency, offering products and services to help an organization or individuals in need. Your best bet is to get on TV or on the radio an hour a week or so to offer advice about your field, be it gardening, computers, food, etc. Couponing. Americans are coupon conscious. Test the market. At what level will coupons increase the volume of various product or service lines? When you get some tentative answers, start distributing coupons that offer a discount on your services. Distribute them to area newspapers, on store counters, in door-to-door mail packets, which can often be quite inexpensive, at the public library, at laundromats, at any location where people congregate. Badges and novelties. You can easily and inexpensively produce badges, bumper stickers, book covers and other novelty items for distribution in your area. You can imprint your business name and the first names of the customers on many of these products at little cost and distribute them for free, or you can tie your novelty program into a contest. Once a month, you can offer a prize to any individual whose car happens to carry one of your bumper stickers or badges with peel-off coupons, redeemable at your place of business. Celebrity visits. With a bit of persistence, you may be able to arrange to have a local media celebrity, public official, or entertainment personality, even a fictitious cartoon character or clown, visit your service. The celebrity can sign autographs, read stories to children, perform cooking demonstrations, or perform any one of 100 other traffic-building activities. You could have a mini concert in your parking lot with free Coke and hot dogs. Celebrate holidays. You will probably want to celebrate major public holidays with special sales, but celebrate some of the offbeat holidays as well. Almost every business has a few little-known holidays. Ever hear of National Pickle Day, for instance? Or Cat Lovers Month? Once you find the right holiday, you can sponsor a special sale or special media coverage of a holiday event. Go where the people are. Can you open sales information booths at community fairs and festivals? This promotional technique can work for gift retailers, craftspeople, and personal service firms. If you have the people and the time, can you handle regional fairs or even trade shows? Mailing lists. Once you begin establishing a committed clientele, gather their names on a mailing list. Save the names from your mail orders and telephone inquiries. Eventually, you will be able to send product circulars or even catalogs to the folks on your list, and you will be able to promise your products by mail. Trade. If you want people to buy now, offer them an unbeatable deal. If they bring an old product, a small appliance, a book to donate to charity, whatever, you will give them a worthwhile discount on a comparable new item. Customers who bring in 3 canned goods for your community's food bank will receive a discount on products purchased that day. Parties. Everyone loves a party. Why not celebrate the anniversary of your business or some special holiday by offering baked goods and beverages? If you're running a service business, perhaps you can offer an open house or obtain a small banquet room in your community. Besides refreshments, be sure the place is brightly decorated. Greeting cards. Do you send out greeting cards to major customers or clients? Holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries make nice greeting card occasions. Greeting cards create goodwill and keep your name in front of people. Seminars. In this information-hungry age, people love to receive advice, especially about their personal needs and hobbies. If you sell health foods or run fitness classes, perhaps you can offer wellness seminars during lunchtime to your area's business community. If you're an interior decorator, perhaps you can offer 1-hour decorating workshops to any group of 10 people who will gather in someone's home or at the local church hall. If you're running a printing business, perhaps you can offer tours and layout seminars at your plant. Product positioning. My belief is that you put your best and your neatest, low-cost stuff at the front of the store to bring customers in and maybe get them to do an impulse buy on the way to the counter. That's it, keep your best stuff near the front and be wary of putting small things around the back without some kind of security to watch for shoplifters. Use nice bags for your store. Stuff every bag with a coupon. Serve free coffee, offer free reading material, have nice music. Offer services near free or free while people shop at your store like a car wash, dry cleaning, etc. Keep headlines simple and catchy. People move too fast to try to interpret what you're trying to say. If feasible, name your target audience in the headline like students or seniors. In your ads, specifically tell your customers how you will help them, like save money, lose weight, etc. If you have vehicles, put your company signs on them. They make great advertising. People like new things, to save money, long-lasting quality, to love and be loved, to be thin and beautiful, to have money, to save money, to be healthy and to feel special, at least for a minute or two. Have a free coffee, donut, Coke, and hot dog party or event like every Saturday at your place of business. Tie it in with a fundraiser with some kids at high school or something like that and get free stuff like free Coke, free hot dogs from the Wiener Company or supermarket in exchange for putting their sign up as a supporter, etc. Use your parking lot to host it. Ads placed during off hours in TV and radio and in obscure places in newspapers and magazines sell for cheaper. Don't be afraid to ask for them. Sometimes the media will give large discounts for last-minute space just before their deadline, but you have to ask for it. Some other ideas are books, booklets about the product, brochures, business cards, catalogs, cell phone, company logo, contests, coupons, direct mail letters, email on demand, fax number, fax on demand, flyers, frequent buyer clubs or discount club, gift certificates, greeting cards, invoices, put flyers in them, newsletters, point of purchase products near your cash register, postcards, press releases, seminars about products, signs, special offers to favored customers, surveys, research questionnaires, trade shows, website. In conclusion, the best advertising is always word of mouth because you're that good that people talk about you. Advertising one-liners. Many a small thing has been made large by the right kind of advertising. Mark Twain. Induce the consumer to persuade himself. Early to bed and early to rise. Work like hell and advertise. A good advertiser is not perceived as an advertiser by the consumer. He's perceived as a useful provider. People respond best to something that makes them feel good. Until the rise of American advertising, it never occurred to anyone anywhere in the world that the teenager was a captive in a hostile world of adults, with his own morality and language, his difference from the world of adults a source of pride. Gore Vidal, Rocking the Boat, 1962. Advertising may be described as the science of arresting the human intelligence long enough to get money from it. Stephen Leacock. Advertising will make some people try a product, but if it's no good, they won't continue to buy. Doing business without advertising is stupid. You know what you're doing, but nobody else does. Make it a mix between entertainment and a functional good deal. Advertising is the ability to suspend common sense long enough to get people to buy things. Advertising is the ability to make people want something they never heard of until 2 minutes ago. Advertising is all about repetition. The public doesn't remember. They need to be reminded all the time. Don't do silly ads. Make them say something functional or useful about your product. Whenever you place an ad anywhere, include a toll-free number, website, or both where viewers can get more information. Sometimes instead of money, the media and graphic artists who make up your ads will do a barter for some of your products instead. Whenever you send out a bill or other correspondence to a customer, send a flyer outlining your latest products. Shorter ads on TV and radio and smaller ads in print are cheaper and still get the message across. Keep your ads simple. Don't spend a fortune on artistic expression. Coca-Cola and Pepsi sometimes give away free signs for your store with their logo on it and space for your message. Call your local offices and ask about them. Sponsoring community and athletic events is good for business. Target your ads to the particular target audience, like if you sell to older people, find a TV show that older people watch to advertise on and advertise in religious section of the newspaper which older people are likely to read. When people buy expensive items, they need some reassurance like informative promotional brochures and a written guarantee. Look for a way to sell your waste to someone who might use it or think up a new use for it. Create a creative hook for your ads. Don't be arrogant or convoluted. Try to think like your customers would think. Keep it simple and repeat the message constantly. Clearly state your message. When you create a TV commercial, use some special effects editing software to create some impressive, inexpensive effects. To make your business really shine, offer unique products they can't get anywhere else in your area. If you're in an image business like products for young people, make your store and catalog image friendly. Make your place of business a friendly place. Customers want a friendly business personality, what amounts to good, old-fashioned service. Customers want convenience, a low price and products they can't get anywhere else. Look at ads everywhere. Learn, copy their ideas. Your company brochures and other promotional materials are ads. Make them professional looking. Don't make promises you can't keep. Make your ads memorable, creative, and informative. Shoddy advertising looks cheap and people will purposely avoid you as the result of it. Your headline is 80% of your ad. Copy a few points out of good ads you see. Appeal to people's fantasies of who they want to be. You can't be all things to all people, so tailor your ads to get to your major target group. Summarize your business in one paragraph and use that as the basis for your ads. Keep the medium to advertise in that suits your target market. Pick the radio and TV stations where the people who listen and watch are most like your target market. Results take time. Don't expect a flood after your first few ads. If advertising space is not sold, that potential money is lost forever, so use this as power to negotiate good deals in buying advertising space. Sponsor public events. Keep with the main point. Eliminate the subsidiary stuff. Find either business students in advertising, journalism students, or movie students to make your ads for you for a reasonable fee. Try to advertise in all mediums: direct mail, billboards, milk cartons, transit buses, TV, radio, newspapers, internet, etc. Don't buy advertising if you can't afford it. Sometimes being calm and straight is better than loud and over the top. Make your business as convenient as possible for the customer. Include your address on all ads, which a lot of businesses don't do. Learn from your competition but be original. Get ideas from the media in general. Offer free things. Use the word free. Offer coupons giving people a deal. Send them door to door either by hiring kids or through the postal service. Give away something free. Do something to get on the news. Have some kind of contest. Work with a charity. Have some kind of event like a bikini contest or a children's talent show. Offer free informative booklets about the subject related to your products. Get a website, offer information and entertainment on it. Contact companies with retail catalogs and ask if they'd be interested in carrying your products. Do community service. Be a good citizen in the name of your company. Make up bumper stickers, keychains, baseball hats, book covers, etc. with your company logo on them. Give them away. Advertise in the yellow pages. Use coupons. Always improve your product. Get on the radio or on the web. Offer prizes to the first car with your bumper sticker on it to arrive at a place your company truck is parked. Hire a celebrity to host some event you put on. Have a free barbecue or a free concert on any given holiday, especially Thanksgiving. Expand from your retail store to sell where the people are. Make up a mailing list of customers and send them sales literature. Buy mailing lists and send info to the prospects. Send all your customers a Christmas card. Hold informative lectures and workshops. Offer the best prices in town and advertise so. Create a trend like the guy selling pet rocks did or the juiceman selling juicers for a healthy lifestyle. Chapter 2. An Internet Mail Order Advertising Guide. Basic steps for effective advertising. The AIDA formula says get the reader's attention, interest, desire, and action. Your headline should be whammo bango, offering something like a promise of riches or a warning about getting fat if you don't buy a certain diet book. Look at magazine ads and your phone book for ideas. 1. The wording of your ad is the most important single factor. It's what you say that determines whether your ads work or not. It pays to give a great deal of time, thought and research to the actual wording of the ad. Should the ad have a lot of wording in it or should it be extremely short? The headline has to get the reader to look at your ad. Subheadlines are also important, especially where copy is long. Not only must your headlines have powerful appeals, but the body text should have punch to maintain interest and induce prompt action. 2. Select the right publication or publications to run your ads. The publication in which you run your ad is the marketplace. Should you use large circulation publications or small circulation ones? Should they be aimed at consumer, dealer, or particular trade or a combination of all? Decide whether you will use newspapers, magazines, or trade papers. Choosing the right classification in the publication is as important as choosing the right magazine. Again, follow the leaders. Since there are thousands of magazines catering to almost every possible interest group, the possibilities of finding new opportunities to market your products are unlimited. In the beginning, stick with well-known magazines and leave your experimentations for later when you're better established. Monthly publications are generally more cost-effective than weekly magazines and certainly, daily papers. You can get inquiries from a national publication, such as Popular Mechanics, for months and sometimes well over a year. A daily paper, on the other hand, will rarely produce an inquiry beyond 2 to 3 weeks after it was published. A common advertising mistake is to choose inexpensive advertising such as in shoppers' papers, mail order/internet sales trade journals, etc. It's not how much the ad costs but how much each inquiry costs you. To test a product and promotional offer, it's sufficient to run the ad just once. The magazines and advertising agencies will often tell you that to test an ad you must run it 3 or more times. I say not until you know how the first one pulls. You will need some patience for this endeavor since most monthly publications have a lead of 2 or 3 months, but it's much better to wait a little while than to spend hundreds of dollars without getting needed results. Multiple insertions do save money, but it's best to wait until you know what ads, in which publications, work best for you. In a monthly publication, most inquiries will come in between the 2nd and 4th week after the ad first appeared. If you're running the same ad in different publications, be sure to code each ad, such as by department number. 3. Budget your advertising by month. By deciding how much money you will spend each month for advertising, you make sure that you do not spend too little or too much in proportion to the sales desired and the potential sales obtainable. The correct budget for advertising has a bearing on your profits. It's always wise to divide your budget for advertising according to the periods of the year. 4. Develop a plan of repeat business from either inquiries or orders received. It's important to get new customers as cheaply as possible and then build them up. Know where you're going and what your sales objectives are. Think out the plan behind the advertising. Decide what a new customer should cost you and how to develop that customer into one who will buy from you again and again. In a classified ad, you generally pay a per word rate. A few publications, as well as daily newspapers, charge a per line rate. Many publications have minimum word requirements of about 15 words. Each word used in the ad, including all components of your company name and address, are counted. Since per word rates range anywhere from approximately $2 to $15, it's important to choose your words carefully so you get a maximum number of inquiries for a minimum amount of expense. 800 toll-free service. The fact is that most one-step classified ads are dead in the water because they don't provide enough information for the buyer to make an informed decision. You could leave an address in the ad to send them information, but the best way is the 800 toll-free number and / or a website. On the toll-free line, give a 2-minute recording about what your product is about. You could offer to send them a catalog. They can either order via credit card, leave their names so that you can send the order via COD, or a good technique for people that don't have credit cards is to invite them to call an automatic billing 900 number where their phone bill is charged the cost of the product and you send it. Keep 800 lines in-house when the product is technical or when consumers are likely to ask a lot of questions. Only hire a service bureau when the volume of calls is moderate, less, or comes in a cyclical pattern. Personnel and space needs for an in-house operation may be greater than what your business can currently afford. One advantage of using an independent service bureau to handle your calls is that it's a fixed cost tied into the call itself. Unlike having an operator sit in the office 8 hours a day, the amount you pay a service bureau is limited only to the number of calls they handle for you. If you were to establish an in-house operation, your phone clerks should use a video terminal that displays information about the product as well as the customer. Your 800 lines should be staffed until 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 hours later than many companies in the East Coast have closed. Also, think of offering promotional call days to help boost sales and direct sales during certain hours or certain days of the week. Practice reading your message with enthusiasm. Make sure it fits into 2 minutes without sounding rushed. Deliver it in an exciting yet realistic way. Your goal is to get the listener pumped up so they're ready to part with their money. Don't mislead them. Give them the impression that you're confiding in them. This will work. Now tape your message. Use the 3rd minute of your message tape for ordering details. Give the customer an easy-to-understand version of your address, for sending an order. Also, give them complete details on your COD shipping, if you choose to do this. Display ads. Although classified ads produce inquiries and potential buyers at a lower cost, sometimes you have a product that will sell better another way. Display ads, also called space ads, are the best way to advertise if you need to show your product. A small line drawing of one of your products with a reasonable price and details, as well as information about free catalog, will bring in good long-term customers. Buying space in publications is not difficult. Display ads come in all sizes from 1 inch to a full 2-page spread. Choosing the size to run your ad will be a matter of testing the responses. You should use a space large enough to include a coupon. It has been proven that people respond faster if there is a space to fill out their name and address and place the order. Whether it's convenience or the simple indication of the type of information to include, mail orders/internet sales businesses find that 3/4 of the orders from display ads will respond with the coupon. As with a classified, use a catchy heading with the display ad to grab the reader's attention. Along with the illustration and coupon, describe the product and point out some of the benefits of owning it. And be sure to mention a guarantee. The rule of thumb for deciding how big to make the display ads is to test the responses. Increase the size of the ad until it costs more than the profit it brings in. Some products don't sell any better with a larger ad, others do. The major reason to use display space is to illustrate your product. Some items are difficult to sell without a picture or drawing. And some illustrations work better with your product than others. The illustration may be selling the only product you have, or you may want to use a lead illustration, something out of your product line that is particularly appealing. Then give the company name and address for people to write for a free catalog. Be particular about using photographs. Never put in your own picture, it won't help sell a product, and be choosy about models for clothing. Avoid using models if possible, and if absolutely necessary, use friends. An advantage to photography is that you can picture your product in full, glowing color, but it's not usually that important. Considering the additional costs, it may not bring in the additional response to make it worthwhile. You can have your product pictured indoors or out, but consider the size of the ad and get rid of extraneous visual matter in the background. You're aiming for a clear, appealing view of what you have to offer, and you want the reader to buy that product. And using photographs, always to go top quality. You can find dozens of excellent professional photographers from the Yellow Pages and at the photo supply stores. Look at the photographer's work and don't get a portrait taker if you need to illustrate a product. Can the photograph or product be converted or illustrated with art? Line drawings are beautiful ways to show off a product in a clear and direct manner. They can be simple, just an outline, or they can be more elaborate with shading and hatching. Line art is easy to draw and reproduce, and usually, it can show up a product to best advantage. There are no extras to detract attention. Consider the simplest and most direct way to illustrate the products you want people to buy. Maybe you can try a layout with a photo and one with a simple drawing. What difference does it make? What is the competition doing? When testing new ads, go with the tried and true. Don't try to be different. It's the sound and worthwhile that bring in the customers, time and time again. There are no special tricks to designing a good page, and there is no great expense in having someone else do it. The best way to find an artist to draw line art, design, and lay out a page and paste up the ad is through design studios. Don't commission the studio, there's usually too much overhead. Talk to individual designers and get somebody who does freelance work. You can negotiate a very reasonable fee. You could get an art student or use an art program on your computer. Work directly with the artist, be sure your desires are well communicated, and be sure you're satisfied with the work accomplished. You don't need to hire a designer to do the layout for your ad. You're capable of doing it yourself, after all, you know the product best. Consider what you want to say. You need to make it different from the other ads, yet you shouldn't try for innovating design awards. The ad must be interesting to look at and should have a feeling of movement and action. That movement is not necessarily in the illustration, but the placement of illustration and copy in the ad, so the eye goes from one to the next in easy, exciting movements. You'll need to consider where the illustration will be and its relation to the headlines and body text. Perhaps you're showing the product in use, or maybe the illustration is just a simple picture of the product. A rule of thumb in layout is to use contrast. The most obvious contrast is the black print on white paper. Use that white space. Although it's not apparent, the white space is as important in the visual appeal as the illustration and type. Don't try for symmetry. The unusual or irregular catches the eye more readily. The illustration works hand in hand with the headline to grab readers' attention. Be simple and direct. Don't push too much copy into a small area, Crowding the illustration. If you don't have room, cut copy or reduce the illustration. You can use any size and style type you want for the ad, but don't get carried away. You shouldn't use a special typeface unless it helps sell the product, and never use a headline type that's hard to read. Using different sizes of type help point out the benefits of the product. Bold or italicized type also bring more visual appeal to the ad. If you find that the illustration is too big for the ad space you want to use, you can reduce it to a smaller size or crop out portions not absolutely necessary. A bleed photo runs straight off the page. Check with the advertising coordinator first to be sure the publications will do bleeds. A good way to do a rough layout is to use a pencil to sketch in the places for the type, the illustrations, and lines to indicate body copy and the name of the company. Try different pencil layouts until you're satisfied you have the product at its best appeal. The easiest way to create a display ad is on some Photoshop type software, then send the file along with a physical camera-ready print to the magazine you're advertising in. Extra incentives to get orders. Once you get rolling with your mail order/internet sales business, you can try any number of incentives to solicit orders. You can offer a free gift or free anything, certificates, coupons, fabulous prizes. You might offer a sample, a trial period, or a special guarantee. One way to push for an order is to indicate that the supply is limited or you won't stock a certain item for long. Time limitations will elicit quicker responses. You may offer one price until a certain time and then indicate an increase after that. A successful way to push for large orders is to offer a discount on the larger orders. That way, it's worthwhile to order 2 or 3 items because it's more business and more profit in mailing and handling, and for the customer because it's at a reduced price. What do the other mail order/internet sales businesses do? What kind of incentives do they use? As always, check with the competition. What has proven successful to them probably will work for you too. Not only must you print a guarantee in all your ads and sales literature, but you must honor it. Never send inferior merchandise, never take a chance on faulty mailers or guess lower on postage. Deliver a complete product. It's only through satisfied customers that you will get repeat business, and it's through repeat business that you make more money. Don't try to get away with anything less than you promote, and stand by all claims you make. Honor requests for refunds promptly and politely. A customer satisfied with your honesty remains a good buyer and may purchase from you later. Offers. Words and phrases for ad writing. The most common and most effective terms are sale, new, and most of all free. Free is a magic word in American advertising used by giant companies and small ones alike. By all means, these terms should be used since they produce sales, and if the advertiser follows a simple rule of honesty in the usage of these and other advertising terms, he will stay out of trouble. Sale. A sale is a reduction from the seller's own former selling price of a given article. The seller must have sold, not just offered the article, for a reasonable period of time. This simply means if a 50% discount is offered on a $10 book, the book at some previous time must have actually been sold at $10. If it just has a cover price of $10 but was always sold at $7, a $5 price is not a 50% discount. Free. Free means it's free. To re-emphasize, the term is successful and will generate sales, but if something is offered for free, it should be free. The value of the free item cannot be hidden in another part of the offer, such as charging more for the other items than you would normally charge. New. Here is another straightforward term. It should only be used when new items are advertised. A new book is one which came out in the last 6 months, maybe 12 months, and that would be stretching it, but definitely not 2 years. Add sales punch to describe your merchandise with the following words. Absolutely. Amazing. Approved. Attractive. Authentic. Bargain. Beautiful. Better. Big. Colorful. Colossal. Complete. Confidential. Crammed. Delivered. Direct. Discount. Easily. Endorsed. Enormous. excellent, exciting. Exclusive, expert, famous, fascinating, fortune, full. Genuine, gift, gigantic, greatest, guaranteed, helpful. Highest, huge, immediately, improved, informative. Instructive, interesting, largest, latest, lavishly, liberal, lifetime, limited, lowest, magic, mammoth, miracle, noted, odd, outstanding, personalized, popular, powerful, practical, professional, profitable, profusely, proven, quality, quickly, rare, reduced, refundable, remarkable, reliable, revealing, revolutionary, scarce, secrets, security, selected, sensational, simplified, sizable, special, startling, strange, strong, sturdy, successful, superior, surprise, terrific, tested, tremendous, unconditional, unique, unlimited, unparalleled, unsurpassed, unusual, useful, valuable, wealth, weird, wonderful. Close your ad with an action-getting phrase. Act now. Send your name. All sent free to introduce. Amazing literature. Free. Ask for a free folder. Bargain lists sent free. Be first to qualify. Booklet free. Catalog included free. Complete details free. Current list free. Dealers retailer prices. Description sent free. Details free. Everything supplied. Exciting details free. Extra for promptness. First lesson, 25 cents. Folder free. For literature, write. Free booklet explains. Free plans tell how. Free selling kit. Free wholesale plan. Free with approvals. Full particulars free. Get facts that help. Get started today. Get your copy now. Get yours wholesale. Gifts with purchases. Illustrated lists free. Interesting details free. Investigate today. It's free. Act now. Literature free. Mail material to. Money-making facts free. No obligation. Right. Offer limited. Send today. Only 10 cents to introduce. Order direct from. Order now. Don't delay. Particulars free. Postcard brings details. Request free literature. Revealing booklet free. Rush name for details. Sales kit furnished. Sample details free. Samples sent on trial. See before you buy. Send for free details. Send for it today. Send no money. Send postcard today. Send 15 cents for mailing. Send today. Send your want lists. Stamp brings details. Stamped envelope brings. Test lesson free. Unique sample offer. Valuable details free. Write for a free booklet free. Write us first. Yours for the asking. 15-cent stamp for details. $1 brings complete. 32-page catalog free. Chapter 3. A Target Marketing Guide. Demographics, Target/Niche Marketing. You don't have to be the best, just different. Demographic marketing is a term used to help with niche marketing. You are trying to identify exactly what type of people buy your products so you can target marketing efforts at that group. You need to find a niche in order to thrive in an online business simply because you can't realistically compete with the giants online like Amazon selling books, Dell selling computers, CD Now selling CDs, etc. It's wiser to find a small area, a niche, that nobody or almost nobody is bothering with and set yourself up as the cool website for that niche. Niche marketing offers a specialized product or service to a specific target market. A niche website provides what the big players don't deal with much. Have you ever seen a cuckoo clock in a department store? I rest my case. An RV manufacturer generally targets families with kids or people over 50. A skateboard manufacturer targets kids under 28, but it's not all about age groupings. It's also about income, status, activity level, hobbies, political leanings, interests, medical condition, sexual orientation, gender, etc., in all 44 different groups as I've seen in one demographic marketing list of categories. You're simply breaking the largely society down into the one or several subgroups that might be interested in your products. Then you advertise in magazines and on TV shows you think they might watch, you rent mailing lists of such people, you set up events for them, you set up a website for their interests, etc. Myself personally, even though I've seen a massive textbook on demographic marketing where society was broken down into 44 groups of types of consumers, and I think there is some validity there, some products and services are mainstream needs and desires. They cut across all demographic boundaries. They are things all people need and want, like gas for cars, clothes, food, TVs, VCRs, etc. Most beginners are not skilled in the area of target marketing. Target marketing is the process of focusing on a select and specific group of people you're advertising to, and it has everything to do with the product you're selling. For example, if you're marketing infant products, it would be very unwise to stage a direct mail campaign on a random list. You can start with the products and find your target markets, or start with a target market and develop an inventory for them. In order to help find your target market, ask yourself the following questions. Whose lives would be improved or who would be interested in using my product or service? Who needs my product or service? Who does my competition sell to? Does anybody out there really need or want my product? If so, who? There are basic ways of categorizing potential customers. Lifestyle stages. Personality types. Product specific. Get mailing lists of customers who buy product A and pitch them your related product B. In lifestyle stages, very briefly, the categories go something like this. Young singles. Newly married. First baby aka full nest 1. Full nest 2 and 3, more kids, earn more money. Empty nest 1, kids leave home, parents now have extra money. Empty nest 2, 1 or both parents retire. Solitary survivor, one of the couple dies. Some basic demographic personality categories are socioeconomic status, going in $10,000 increments from $20,000 to over $100,000 income per year. Age group, generally children, teenage, young adult, yuppie, middle age, old age. Family status, married with children, single and looking, gay, etc. Computer/internet users. Racial status, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, East Indian. Religion, Christian, non-Christian, secular, no religion. Wealthy people. Health-conscious people. Sports-minded people. People who like to buy things. People who like sports cars. Business owners. Golfers. Different marketing companies all develop their own demographic classification systems of society. Some that I gleaned by looking some of these over are as follows. Personal. Single person. Married without children. Parents. Empty nest parents. Grandparents. Single parents. Female heads of household. 2 career families. Father a single parent. Housewives. Gay singles. gay couples, step families, seniors, young and old. The children demographic: babies, toddlers, preschool age, elementary school age, teenagers, college students, young adults. The home/residence demographic: residents, mansions, single-family homes, condos, apartments, renters, vacation homeowners, mobile homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, people living on waterfront. The social demographic: ethnic groups, rich/poor, frivolous/thrifty, social class, hobbies, occupations. The healthy versus sick demographic: disabled, mental illness, major illness, physically fit and health conscious, terminally ill, recovering. Business demographics: type of business, type of industry, type of client or customer, size of business, type of product or service offered, delivery system used. You can always get a sample copy of the publication you are thinking of advertising in first and see what items other people are advertising. As soon as you begin generating responses to your ads, keep in contact with these customers and grow from there. They will bring you more customers like themselves because birds of a feather flock together. Survey and study the market. Read and educate yourself by investing time into study. Learn the tricks of the trade. What type of a customer base do you have right now? Most business people don't know. The easiest way to determine who your particular customer base is to have your customers complete a simple survey, but in order to get them to take the time and respond to the survey, you have to make it worth their while. You will have to offer a free gift to fit the product or service you sell. If you listen to your customers and give them the opportunity to order something from you that they want, you can spend less on direct mails and make more money. Send a simple postcard to the customers who have purchased from you. Offer them a percentage off their next order for being a previous customer. See how many of those customers return the coupon. If you find they don't take advantage of the free offer, you have a customer base of people not interested in buying that particular item from you. Therefore, you must either find a product they want to buy or market it to another group of people. Another way to determine who your customer base is comprised of is make a list of all the products you sell on a sheet of paper. Ask the customer to check off their items of interest and return to you for more information. As the surveys come in the door, classify the customers under different categories. Visit your local library to compile local and county statistics on the size and makeup of your market. While you are at the library, check out some books on marketing research so you will know what you are getting into. Number 658.83. Also, check those of the following resources that might have data about your product or service or the people who would use it. Encyclopedia of Associations. Air Directory of Publications. Lists trade publications by subject matter. Thomas's Register. Lists companies by product and service line, organized geographically and alphabetically. Directory of Business, Trade, and Public Policy Organizations. U.S. Small Business Administration. Department of Commerce Publications. Data User Series Division, Bureau of the Census, Washington, D.C. 20233, census.gov. County Business Patterns. U.S. Department of Commerce, Bureau of the Census. Available for each state. commerce.gov. When your marketing research is completed, you will have 1. Identified your potential customers. 2. Found out all you can about their habits, needs, preferences and buying cycles, and 3. Decided how to reach them to generate sales. Target marketing info. Target marketing is the process of focusing on a select and specific group of people you're advertising to, and it has everything to do with the product you're selling. For example, if you're marketing infant products, it would be unwise to stage a direct mail campaign on a random list. You can always get a sample copy of the publication first and see what items other people are advertising. As soon as you begin generating responses to your ads, keep in contact with these customers and grow from there. They will bring you more customers like themselves because birds of a feather flock together. Survey and study the market. Read and educate yourself by investing time into study. Learn the tricks of the trade. What type of a customer base do you have right now? Most business people don't know. It's quite evident the business owner has no idea who his or her customer base is. The easiest way to determine who your particular customer base is to have your customers complete a simple survey, but in order to get them to take the time and respond to the survey, you have to make it worth their while. You will have to determine the free gift you want to offer to fit the product or service you sell. If you listen to your customers and give them the opportunity to order something from you that they want, you can spend less on direct mails and make more money. Send a simple postcard to the customers who have purchased from you. Offer them a percentage off their next order for being a previous customer. See how many of those customers return the coupon. If you find they don't take advantage of the free offer, you have a customer base of people not interested in buying that particular item from you. Therefore, you must either find a product they want to buy or market it to another group of people. Another way to determine who your customer base is comprised of is make a list of all the products you sell on a sheet of paper. Ask the customer to check off their items of interest and return to you for more information. As the surveys come in the door, classify the customers under different categories. Image marketing info. Image marketing can be as simple as getting a graphic designer to design a logo for you, or as complex as launching a big advertising and publicity campaign to get your image across. A marketer told me that you don't really need much in order to live a basic, comfortable life, but his job is to convince people to buy much more than they need. He does this not by emphasizing that you need product X, but by tying a certain image into it such that you're attracted to the image because you see yourself that way and buy based on that. Image marketing. Marketing in general is getting the right product to the right people at the right price, the right time and the right place. Image, identity, or brand marketing is packaging your product and presenting your advertising to try to reel the person in based on who he or she is and how they like to see themselves, as opposed to merely focusing on the product and saying how great it is. Everywhere you turn these days, the current hot buzz term is image/identity/brand marketing, which is that you're not promoting a product on its merits, you're promoting a cool, elite, fashionable image to your target market of the people they'd like to see themselves as and would like to be. A certain soft drink tries to promote itself as the cool drink for young people, a certain sportswear/athletic footwear company tries to promote itself as the coolest brand of sportswear. Certain car companies try to promote their cars as only belonging to wealthy, elite people, and the list goes on and on, often without us even realizing we're being manipulated like that. But the thing is, they say it's the most powerful type of advertising because they're hooking you into giving up your individual identity in order to try to fit into their idea of coolness, trendiness, and success. A Jeep is for a cool, rugged individuals. People who drink brand X beer are fun-loving, regular, hard-working, solid, upstanding guys. People who drink brand Y Cola might be a little older, dull, and reasonably successful conformists, but they're cool, young and inspired on the inside where it counts. If you wear brand X shoes, you have automatic credibility and confidence in any situation you walk into. These are a few brand marketing commercials I saw in the space of a few minutes while watching TV one night. You can pick them out anywhere, like when the girl tells you to color your hair because you're worth it, implying you will be a glamorous part of the elite group of beautiful people on the planet, or the other one where the so-called celebrity says good hair changes everything, then tries to give a free-spirited, sexy, wild look at the camera, implying she's hot and in vogue. So if you use this brand new hair stuff, you will be like her and all the other fake cool people around, brainwashed by these commercials too, a part of this fake cool tribe of superficial lost souls acting trendy and advanced. This image/identity marketing works on some people, but some rebel against it and try to be anti-corporate, but the problem with that is that all this anti-stuff becomes corporatized, and soon the corporations are promoting the anti-corporate thing like a certain soft drink did, trying to promote itself as the drink for free-spirited, individualist go-getters, or the entire hip-hop rap music thing, which takes on the guise of anti-establishment but is choreographed by corporate interests to a T, as one big advertisement masquerading as a cool, happening, fly, anti-pop culture entertainment performance. Whereas standard advertising screams at you and tells you how great the car is or how low the price is, image and identity marketing is trying to sell you on a feeling, a mood, a lifestyle of coolness, eliteness, superiority, freedom, success, etc. These commercials are geared to elicit emotions out of you as to how special, fascinating and cool you are, and if you're a stupid sucker, you will buy into it and buy the product because you want others to see you as possessing the image these companies are trying to sell. In essence, rather than buying a product based on what it does, we buy a fantasy, idealized image of ourselves as portrayed through the product's advertising. But remember, advertising only makes up a small percentage of a product's appeal. If the product itself sucks, no amount of advertising can save it or make it cool for very long. Anytime you see an ad anywhere, ask yourself, are they trying to sell the product based on what it does, or are they trying to sell a certain way you should look, act and be as an individual human being? If it's the latter, this is image/identity/brand marketing, and it's so pervasive, few of us barely recognize it anymore. We just take it all in, claim that advertising doesn't affect us. Then when we go to the mall, we want those new hiking boots because the sexy young people in the TV commercial were acting so cool, energetic, happy and beautiful, which is what you want to be and see yourself as, so you buy them without even realizing on a conscious level that this is what you're doing. I'm not saying it's this simple and people are that gullible, but this is the general gist of it, and millions of people get sucked into it all the time. What is the Pepsi generation? Is it a bunch of aging boomers fantasizing about how young, sexy, and exciting they are? If somebody sees you drinking a can of Pepsi, do they think you're wild, cool and free? What were the heads in the Pepsi head office thinking when they put their advertising campaigns together? Do you have a certain image of a guy who drives a Harley or a Mercedes? Or how about a Corvette or a Mustang? If you wear Ray-Ban sunglasses, what does it say about you? It's all about image, baby. I love you, man. You're worth it. Alive with pleasure. You deserve a break today. The look and feeling of luxury. Believe in the fantasy and take that step. Buy our product. The general narcissistic, image identity traits advertisers commonly try to appeal to are beauty, wealth, health, coolness, part of the in crowd, exciting, part of the jet set, forever young, regardless of age, fun, laughing through life, it's a ball like in sitcoms and fun commercials, adventure, always living for new, inspiring experiences, individual, nobody tells me what to do, I make my own decisions, free-spirited, like an eagle soaring high, wild and free, rebellious, counterculture, I belong to the bohemian, creative subculture of advanced artist types. Watch the commercials on TV on any given night. If you know what you're looking for, you can pick them apart easily. You almost know what they were thinking when they created them. Some leaders in the field are Brian Wilson Key's Subliminal Seduction and Media Sexploitation, Walter Weir's Truth in Advertising and Other Heresies, Vance Packard's The Hidden Persuaders, and Carol Moog's Are They Selling Her Lips? Advertising and Identity. PBS at pbs.org have done some good documentaries on the subject. Books about the messed up world of advertising are at number 659.101 or HF5822 at the library. AEF.com, Educational Marketing Industry Content. AlternateImage.com. BSDimage.com. image-marketing.net. ImageMarketingConcepts.com. ImageMarketingInternational.com. ImageMarketingService.com. ImageMarketingServices.com. ImageMarketingWest.com. Creating hype. I saw a TV show about how hip-hop is used to market consumer products. The host of the show asked the proverbial question, where does art end and capitalism begin? Rap has a lot of power in influencing weak young minds who want to appear cool in their peer group to buy whatever it is that these hip-hop artists, and I use the term loosely, associate themselves with. The game was to make it look like product placement in music videos or in movies is there spontaneously. The line of reasoning works like this. The character in the movie or in the music video is a cool person. They're using product X, so because the consumer thinks he or she is cool and wants to appear that way, they will buy it. There was a case in this documentary of some cognac company who went to these rappers who developed a rap song around this cognac and used the catch slogan, "Pass the product name," which I can't remember, throughout the music video, which made cognac cool among this hip-hop demographic. So there is a lot of power in creating hype through your target audience, even though at heart you feel it's a cheap, deceptive, exploitive way to go, but the consumers are supposedly mature, intelligent people, able to make their own decisions. So if they want to be the suckers who fall prey to product hype, that's their fault. There is an anti-movement to some product hype. I heard that one of the guys from Adbusters is marketing good running shoes made in a Polish factory which doesn't use exploitive labor and selling it at $40 each in order to stick it to all the overpriced, hyped up running shoes out there. I thought this concept over and figured it would be a good marketing idea, to develop an anti-hype line of goods against overpriced pop culture hype with the brand name something like alternative or outsider. People pay big bucks to package their products up as cool, trendy, and happening. This works best with the under 34 crowd, but also with the middle-age crowd. I recently heard of a case where a car company is trying to make its family-type cars appear cooler and trendier. There are advertising and market research companies that go around watching the hip-hop world, the music industry and other pop culture venues to try to get a feel for what's currently cool, and then they sell this information to companies looking to market their products to young people. Hype or buzz is to do anything to get people talking about you or seeing you in the media. It is often fake, like the promoter who pays 20 girls $20 each to create a mob scene when the latest manufactured pop star gets off a plane to do a concert in some city, having called all the TV stations beforehand who are all there to fill out their newscasts with this bit. Word of mouth, worm in marketing circles, is the greatest way to sell products. You as a company do something cool or interesting that gets the attention of some people, and through viral marketing, them talking about it, wearing it, or showing it off, other people buy and the sales infection spreads. Watch how the pop culture people and products market themselves. They are the masters at hype. They have to be. A movie opens and it has only one chance to make money, otherwise theater owners will pull it in favor of one that can make money. If you read any musical newspapers or magazines, you will soon realize there are thousands of musical acts out there. To me, most music is average, not that hot, so the question is, how do all these average bands and musicians get separated out by the public as to who is the latest star and who isn't? That's marketing hype. Study it. Learn from them. Sponsoring things are great ways to get your name out there. Look at all the companies who helped fund a sports complex which was named after the company. It works the same with public events like the Brand X car rally or a charity like Corporation X's Christmas Daddies to help bring toys to poor kids. The so-called coolest and most sociable people anywhere go to the public events like the baseball games, the concerts, etc. So some savvy business people might hire some pretty girls to hand out free t-shirts and baseball caps with their company logo on them to the cool-looking people at these venues, who will wear them, and other people will think that they're cool, so that product logo on their baseball hat must be cool too. The operational word is cool, but these cool people should be sociable, so they blab about product X to their friends and acquaintances. At the major spring break venues and on college campuses, marketers hire pretty girls to hand out free company logo t-shirts, baseball hats, cigarettes, soft drinks, chocolate bars, etc. Creating hype is trying to first get the trendsetters, the cool people, to use your product in the hopes that they will help spread it to the mainstream. Before the yo-yo craze hit 30 years ago or so, smart marketers gave free yo-yos to the coolest looking kids who hung around the schoolyard as opposed to the ones who went straight home. Then they held yo-yo contests and got on TV news shows. Sponsor a free party or event for your target group where you metaphorically wine and dine them and hope they pass the word around that brand X is cool stuff. Get media coverage for it somehow. Imagine a garden products company sponsoring a show on the Garden Network or a food products company creating their own show for the cooking channel with a cool host for that particular age group. That's great hype. Figure out a way to get people to your website because there's something cool going on there. Sponsor some kind of contest and try to get it on TV. The leaders of our society are the cool and successful people according to capitalist, pop culture definitions. Get them to use your product somehow, even by giving it to them for free, and the plebeies will follow. This is the crux of hype marketing. Sponsor fun events in the community. Sponsor cool stuff like sports events, concerts, barbecues, dances, etc. Create and package products that cool and fashionable people use. Make people feel special somehow. Help, entertain, or inspire them somehow. Give people a sense that your product is cool in other countries. Give people a sense that your product is limited/exclusive and they're one of the lucky ones getting some of it. Do things that warrant a good story that people can talk about, something unusual or even shocking. Just like positive hype can increase sales, negative hype can destroy sales too. Timing is everything. If your product is buzzing, grab the buzz and sell your product while it lasts. Don't advertise heavily until the product moves from the cool people stage to get some exposure and start infiltrating the mainstream. Stick with what's cool now. Don't get on the bandwagon of the latest trend after everybody has seen it and it's now on the outs. Any trend that goes mainstream is considered uncool within a year or so. Don't overhype yourself. Do enough to appear cool but not so much that you look as phony as any manufactured celebrity out there. Consumers like products associated with individuality, creativity, originality, courage, toughness. Women like products associated with making them look more beautiful, slim, and sexy. The paradox and hypocrisy of most of our consumeristic culture is that most people claim to want to be original and real and claim they are this way, but they're walking billboards of pop culture capitalism all the way from their hair color to the car they drive, yet they still think they're original and real. Appeal to this vanity by getting them to buy your hyped-up product and you win the game of capitalist hype. Apple computers should have been righteously swallowed up by the IBMs and their clones, but they weren't because the people that really liked the product told their friends how great it was. I believe that if you create a good product and quietly provide good service for it, you will get your market share without hype, but, of course, it comes down to the product. If you're selling a pop culture, trendy product, you have to use that razzle-dazzle marketing to appeal to your young, unsophisticated target market, thinking they're on top of everything but not realizing when they're being manipulated by the coolness marketers. It's a paradox. It always will be. There are people like me vehemently contemptuous of hype marketing and probably everyone else thinking they're like me, yet why am I surrounded by hair color, breast implants, guys wearing earrings, rap music videos, Nike logos, etc. everywhere I go? We are indeed a capitalist, consumer-driven, pop culture, brainwashed society, with most of the people not owning their own minds anymore, so hype marketing works. Remember, buy brand X hair coloring because you're worth it. Envirozel.com. Viral.lycos.co.uk. Narrowcasting info. Broadcasting is sending out an advertising message to the general mainstream audience in general. Narrowcasting is sending out a highly targeted, custom message to a specific group of people. First identify your target market, then place ads for them in that milieu. Think of a coffee shop. Why not sell ground coffee, coffee mugs and different flavors of coffee creamer there? How about search engines placing ads on your searches? How about websites with advertising on them? How about those social networking websites like Facebook where they place ads for you based on your profile? Computer games are about to go wild with ads targeted at under 40 men. There's one company that is placing ads for specific ads within a supermarket. For example, if you pick up a gallon of milk, there might be a coupon for cereal stuck on it or near it. If you buy Wieners, they might offer a discount for hot dog buns or a new mustard. Shopping psychology. Beyond the phenomena of shopping addiction, I've seen a bit around about the psychology of why people buy things from the seller's point of view, but not that much because it's mostly hidden from public view, the domain of a few consultants who tell retailers and other vendors the cheap tricks and manipulative tactics they should use to try to sell more product. The following are a few ideas I gleaned from several articles on the subject. Most people live uninspired lives and don't get the love they really want in life, so the local mall and things in general fulfill a function by giving them something mildly interesting to do and somehow making them feel cool in the moment, because by making the scene at the mall and buying what corporate advertising and pop culture entertainment constantly preaches at them to buy through the media, they feel connected to this greater invisible paternalistic tribe of wisdom floating out there in the ether, sometimes called Big Brother. The mall is the modern-day social center of the community, the concept of the old town square marketplace gone high-tech. As such, the more sociable it is, the more stuff you'll sell. Make the mall easy to park in with numbered parking spaces so people don't get lost in up mall maps and an info booth. If you want to keep the riff-raff out, locate a mile or two on the outskirts of town, which will make it difficult for the low-class dregs of society without cars to get to. The store has to be pleasant. The more upbeat people feel, the more they will buy. This is why music, cleanliness, good lighting, and event scent are strategically used to entice customers into feeling good, thereby spending their money. The sell zone on displays are from 3 feet to about 6 feet high. Pick your image and stick with it, either discount, low cost, department store. Pampering yourself 'cause you're worth it, boutiques. If you have both extremes in your store, keep them separate and clutter similar items together. Put all your luxury things together in one area. Put impulse buying products near the cash register, point of sales area, like the tabloid magazines, chocolate bars, and other nifty treats. Women buy for emotion, to make themselves feel good. Men buy for function, because they need it. The best shopping malls are centers of social culture. People go there as an event because there are entertainment venues there as well as stores. The gigantic Edmonton Mall is a good example of this, with playgrounds, an aquarium, even a church. Sex appeal, a synonym for being cool, sells. If you appeal to the customer's vanity, you sell. This applies to men and women. Men are attracted to stores with pretty females clerks. Women are attracted to stores with handsome male clerks. Some stores and areas develop a reputation that the cool elite go there, such as Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, California. Everybody knows the stuff there costs double what it costs anywhere else, but for wealthy people, it gives them a sense of status or superiority. Smart boutiques like the clothing ones have low-priced clothing for teenage girls because they want to get them coming in, then 10 years later when this teenage girl is working a job somewhere, she'll go to the same boutique and buy the more expensive stuff. People want good bathrooms, a food court, and security walking around when they go shopping. The larger the size of your shopping cart or basket, the more you sell. Put something neat at the front of the store to attract customers. Food and sex are the primary pleasure. Pair them with shopping in your store somehow, like offering free donuts or appealing to person's sense of style, therefore coolness, and you win. Women go to malls. Men go to separate stores off the street. Malls are geared for women, more specifically female clothing and home decor. Women shop recreationally. Men don't. Psychology books in general are at number 150-159 at the library. Books about the sociology of shopping are at number 306.309 or HF 5430 at the library. Undercover marketing. Undercover marketing was a term I saw on a documentary about corporations called The Corporation, where a guy, who said he was an undercover marketer, said he stages all kinds of scenes out in public that look like a natural interest in a product but are really choreographed. A simple way is to separate the cool kids at school and give them some of your product to wear, eat, use, whatever. Let's say you're selling a new soft drink. You might take a bunch of empties out and strategically place them all over the place to make it look as though everybody's drinking the stuff. They pay athletes to wear logo sportswear, but it's all made to look like the athlete is wearing the stuff because he likes it. It can even be as innocuous as two extroverts walking down the street talking about some great new CD. Think of product placement in films and TV shows. Undercover marketing is the version of that in real life. Target marketing websites. Books about target marketing are at number 658.8 and HF 5415 at the library. TargetMarketAdvertising.com. FreeDemographics.com. ACCESS4CHEAP.com/tdgrin/demoG. Claritas.com. Demography.anu.edu.au/virtual library. EASIDemographics.com. Geonomicsinc.com. Goodkeywords.com, zone in on your target group online. L1nk.com/URR/AWA, zone in on your target group online. TargetMarketAdvertising.com. DEMOGRAPHIC-RESEARCH.org lib.umich.edu/govdocs/statsnew. Link.com. NicheMarketingSecrets.com. NicheMarketResearch.com. Popenet.org. pop.psu.edu/demography. psc.isr.umich.edu. Statistics.com. Chapter 4. Advertising Topics 1. Advertising in a magazine. There are two types of advertising space in a publication: display space and classified ads. How you use ad space is entirely up to the type of appeal that will sell the product best and the financial budget you are working with. Don't shortchange classifieds. A small, well-written classified ad can bring hundreds of responses on a continual basis. Often, classifieds are used in a two-step approach of first placing an ad that has no price mentioned and soliciting the reader's response for free information. Then it is followed up with a sales letter or brochure, some kind of sales literature, that gives the pitch for the product. If you have actual products to sell, display ads are your better bet. You'll probably need an illustration to show the product, something to catch the eye. You can also include a line or two about sending for a catalog if that item doesn't appeal enough but has captured interest. Display advertising space is the area in a publication designated for companies to show their products and describe the benefits, appealing to consumers and potential buyers. Display space comes in all sizes, from full page to a smaller fraction. Since some publications don't have classified space, it may be your logical answer to place a small, 1-inch ad. But if your ad is that small and there is a classified section, place it there. You'll save money and the ad will be seen by the same amount of people, maybe even more. Some products need full one-page descriptions, some don't require a large space. You may be able to get by with a small, appealing ad that has a clear illustration. You certainly don't need to go full size. If you have a limited budget, take out a small ad. A publication with a good reputation and a high circulation makes money from the high ad rates it can charge. Don't sacrifice a good pulling magazine for larger ad space in another publication. You have to consider the dollar-for-dollar response. Other ways to save money are to advertise in the regional editions of publications and to buy remnant space, which is the leftover space sometimes available just before the magazine goes to print. If you have a good working rapport with the publication, you might be able to place a low-cost ad at the last minute. Depending on your product, you need to consider where you want your ad to appear in the publication. You'll most likely not require the prime spots such as the back cover, the first page or the inside covers. How will you know if your ads are pulling the response you want? When you place different ads in different publications, you need to have a method to determine which ads are drawing the best results. To do this, you keep accurate records. For each ad you place, you have an address key. An address key is something extra you add to the address to indicate where the response came from when you get it in the mail, like you might say DEPTFH to refer to an ad you're placing in the magazine Family Handyman. Use a separate record sheet for each key. At the top of the sheet, put the pertinent information, such as the name and issue of the publication, the date of issue, the cost of the ad and the information about the ad you placed. What will put your product to best advantage? What can the reader gain? The headline is the stopper. If is the few words that will make the reader stop and look at the ad. Think of how your product can appeal to the readers you want to induce. Can I manage to save, gain or accomplish something ordinary or special? Can I increase my finances, good health, or general well-being? Maybe the product or service can help avoid worries, losses, and mistakes, or help decrease fears of poverty, illness in the family, loss of job. The attitude you choose shoots for the person's emotional state. It is the emotions that catch hold, then reason follows through to decide to read on or not. Consider the typical buyer you desire and go after that person. You've caught the reader's attention with a catchy headline. You've followed through with good copy that demonstrates benefits and appeals to the reader. Now, before you lose that interest, ask for an order. You can to close the gap between reading the ad and acting upon impulse. The purpose of the ad is to make people buy. The challenge comes in writing appealing ads that are winners. The reward is selling product through those ads month after month, year after year. Don't shortchange classifieds. A small, well-written classified ad can bring hundreds of responses on a continual basis. Often, classifieds are used in a two-step approach of first placing an ad that has no price mentioned and soliciting the reader's response for free information. Then it is followed up with a sales letter or brochure, some kind of sales literature, that gives the pitch for the product. Classifieds are the least expensive ad to place. People who run mail-order businesses find them to be the best dollar-for-dollar investment in advertising. Look at the classifieds section of the publications you are planning to place ads in. If your product could be sold with a classified ad, you should start there. Display advertising space is the area in a publication designated for companies to show their products and describe the benefits, appealing to consumers and potential buyers. Display space comes in all sizes, from full page to a smaller fraction. Since some publications don't have classified space, it may be your logical answer to place a small, 1-inch ad. But if your ad is that small and there is a classifieds section, place it there. You'll save money and the ad will be seen by the same amount of people, maybe even more. Your guideline for determining what size the ad should be is to decide what is going into the ad and what type of approach you plan to make. What sells the products is the appeal and the equality of the ad, not necessarily the size. Some products need full one-page descriptions, some don't require a large space. You may be able to get by with a small, appealing ad that has a clear illustration. You certainly don't need to go full size. Other ways to save money are to advertise in the regional editions of publications and to buy remnant space, which is the leftover space sometimes available just before the magazine goes to print. If you have a good working rapport with the publication, you might be able to place a low-cost ad at the last minute. It has been proven that a right hand pulls better response than one on the left side of the publication. Ads placed closer to the front of the magazine pull better than those towards the back. You've seen hundreds of ads in magazines, newspapers, and through the mail. Most of them are the same, most of them have similar products to sell. You read some of them because you are interested in the product, you read some of them because they're interesting to read, and most of them you pass by. There are no best ways to describe a product or form an appeal for services. But there are proven methods of writing to catch a few people who didn't know about the product to read the ad and to get the people who are interested in the product to buy. Your main concerns in creating ads are to get the reader's attention, sustain that attention and push for action to buy. The longer you can hold interest, the greater number of people will respond. Use short, simple sentences and paragraphs. Keep your writing concise and to the point. Rambling words and ideas will make the reader lose interest quickly. Always be relevant to what you are selling. Subheads help cut copy into small, digestible pieces, as does the use of block paragraphs. Using italics, capital letters, boldface, and oversized print can help grab attention to the words. Make the copy rewarding to read, the product appealing to have, and the offer too good to pass by, and you'll have plenty of business. What will put your product to best advantage? What can the reader gain? The headline is the stopper. If is the few words that will make the reader stop and look at the ad. Think of how your product can appeal to the readers you want to induce. Can I manage to save, gain, or accomplish something ordinary or special? Can I increase my finances, good health, or general well-being? Maybe the product or service can help avoid worries, losses, and mistakes. Or help decrease fears of poverty, illness in the family, loss of job. Most ads placed by small in-house agencies don't solicit the national retail trade that large advertising companies handle. Instead, they offer an unusual product or service, a great price on closeout items or products for the mail-order consumer. More often than not, these ads will be short, concise, and stop not long after the headline. For many products, there's not much that needs to be said that a picture or drawing can't show. Push the emotional appeal. How will this make me look better, feel better? What will my family and friends say? You might try to tap into the market of avoiding embarrassment, eliminating problems, minimizing risk. Will this help me enjoy my leisure? With the continued trend towards increasing leisure time and the money after work activities to the public, people are looking for more and more interesting things to do with space time. Can your product tap into this? Stick to the facts. And stay with the buying points. A potential customer may be sold, but will that person buy? Endorsements and testimonials are effective ways to dramatize facts and back up the benefits of your product, but don't use ones that seem transparent. They'll ring falsely. There are federal laws against misleading advertising, and they do check up on and prosecute against fraud. You've caught the reader's attention with a catchy headline. You've followed through with good copy that demonstrates benefits and appeals to the reader. Now, before you lose that interest, ask for an order. A money-back guarantee is the most useful tool in pressing action. It goes for the bottom line. What do I have to lost? And it affirms the quality of the product. If you are willing to back the claims you make with a full refund, you can get a hook into those borderline buyers. If you give a time limit the product will be offered for sale, or mention a limited supply, or have a reduced price for a certain time, you'll increase the impulse to act. And that's what you're after. Appeal to the reader's urgency, make the product totally desirable to have, now. The major reason to use display space is to illustrate your product. Some items are very difficult to sell without a picture or drawing. And some illustrations work better with your product than others. The illustration may be selling the only product you have, or you may want to use a lead illustration, something out of your product line that is particularly appealing. Then give the company's name and address for people to write for a free catalog. Be particular about using photographs. Never put in your own picture, it won't help sell a product. And be very choosy about models for clothing. Avoid using models if possible, and if absolutely necessary, you'll need professionals. An advantage to photography is that you can picture your product in full, glowing color. But it is not usually that important. Considering the additional costs, it may not bring in the additional response to make it worthwhile. You can have your product pictured indoors or out. But consider the size of the ad and get rid of extraneous visual matter in the background. You are aiming for a clear, appealing view of what you have to offer, and you want the reader to buy that product. In using photographs, always to go top quality. You can find dozens of excellent professional photographers from the Yellow Pages and at the photo supply stores. Look at the photographer's work and don't get a portrait taker if you need to illustrate a product. Can the photograph or product be converted or illustrated with art? Line drawings are beautiful ways to show off a product in a clear and direct manner. They can be simple, just an outline. Or they can be more elaborate with shading and hatching. Line art is easy to draw and reproduce. And usually, it can show up a product to best advantage. There are no extras to detract attention. Consider the simplest and most direct way to illustrate the products you want people to buy. Maybe you can try a layout with a photo and one with a simple drawing. What difference does it make? What is the competition doing? When testing new ads, go with the tried and true. Don't try to be different. It is the sound and worthwhile that bring in the customers, time and time again. If you're not an artist, don't stop creating here. There are no special tricks to designing a good page, and there is no great expense in having someone else do it. The best way to find an artist to draw line art, design, and lay out a page and paste up the ad, is through design studios. Don't commission the studio, there's usually too much overhead. Talk to individual designers and get somebody who does freelance work. You can negotiate a very reasonable fee. But get a professional. It's worth the extra hourly fee to have somebody who knows how to design. Work directly with the artist, be sure your desires are well communicated. And be sure you are satisfied with the work accomplished. You both have something to say, but more so, let the product speak the loudest. You don't need to hire a designer to do the layout for your ad. You are capable of doing it yourself, after all, you know the product best. Consider what you want to say. You need to make it different from the other ads, yet you shouldn't try for innovating design awards. The ad must be interesting to look at and should have a feeling of movement and action. That movement is not necessarily in the illustration but the placement of illustration and copy in the ad, so the eye goes from one to the next in easy, exciting movements. You'll need to consider where the illustration will be and its relation to the headlines and body text. Perhaps you are showing the product in use, or maybe the illustration is just a simple picture of the product. A rule of thumb in layout is to use contrast. The most obvious contrast is the black print on white paper. Use that white space. Although it's not apparent, the white space is as important in the visual appeal as the illustration and type. Don't try for symmetry. The unusual or irregular catches the eye more readily. The illustration works hand in hand with the headline to grab readers' attention. Be simple and direct. Don't push too much copy into a small area, crowding the illustration. If you don't have room, cut copy or reduce the illustration. You can use any size and style type you want for the ad. But don't get carried away. You shouldn't use a special typeface unless it helps sell the product. And, never use a headline type that's hard to read. Using different sizes of type help point out the benefits of the product. Bold or italicized type also bring more visual appeal to the ad. If you find that the illustration is too big for the ad space you want to use, you can reduce it to a smaller size or crop out portions not absolutely necessary. A bleed photo runs straight off the page. Check with the advertising coordinator first to be sure the publications will do bleeds. A good way to do a rough layout is to use a pencil to sketch in the places for the type, the illustrations, and lines to indicate body copy and the name of the company. Try different pencil layouts until you are satisfied you have the product at its best appeal. Most publications require final artwork for display ads. Camera-ready copy means that it's ready to go, to be made into the film's printers use for reproduction. The type has to be typeset, the art must be clear, and the layout must have these elements pasted down. Even if you get as far as producing a rough layout, it won't cost too much to convert it to final artwork. But if you're doing the whole thing, you have to be sure you have all the elements. To have copy typeset, you go to a typesetting shop and give them typewritten copy for every character you want to show up on your ad. You can discuss with them the size of type and pick styles. Final artwork should not be a photocopy of a drawing but the original drawing or a photostat. A photostat can be made of the original if it needs to be reduced or enlarged to fit the exact size of the layout. If you are using a photograph, it should be a professional quality print. Any areas that need to be cropped should be indicated with a red grease pencil that won't harm the surface of the photo. Don't cut the photo. If you are using color photography, you may need to have color separations made before you submit the ad. This is a process whereby the color in the photo is separated into its 4 elements of red, yellow, blue and black. The advertising coordinator will be able to tell you what you need, and a local printer can help you with the separations. If you have no experience in pasting up layouts, you'll need to get a professional. Why make a mistake so late in the game? Although it is a simple process of gluing the type and illustrations down with rubber cement, you need the correct tools to be sure everything is exactly straight. At any stage of the advertising game you can call in professional advice. A freelance pro can offer sound, money-saving tips and be worth every dollar spent. Even if you commission the artwork and layout of the ad, you'll still save a bundle over ad agency costs. Billboard advertising info. Billboards cost at least several $100s a month. Some work, some don't. They work best for an immediate need or desire like food or a hotel. Business classified ads. Look around to see where you can put up free classified ads online, either locally or worldwide. Facebook.com/free+online+classified. kugly.com, free classifieds, global business classified ads. Google.com/local business center, free local ads. Facebook.com/advertising. Cliffhanger advertising. Subtle marketing doesn't ask you to part with your money. Instead, subtle marketing asks you to part with your time. Offer a course somewhere or a seminar or free entertainment where your advertising is plastered all over the place, or talk to your customers helpfully and socially when they come to your business. I've lived in different areas of the continent and I've seen both a real estate guy and a stock investments guy make their rounds of the entire continent by buying a few infomercials in a market area advertising a free seminar they were having to help people become rich. People go. He hypes them up for an hour telling them how he become a multimillionaire by using his head after working a dead-end job in a meat factory for $8 an hour. They're in the moment all hyped up in the fantasy, so they shell out $150 for the program he's offering, and he's long gone when the hype wears off and they realize they could have gotten this common info out of any common real estate or money book at the library. Use a subtle approach to hard sell methods by making the product sound as if the viewer cannot possibly live without it. That's why the folks in home shopping have customers call in and tell about their experience with the product. The customer feels special because they get to talk on live television. This feeling is directly related to their ego, which in turn parts them with their money. Coupon marketing guide. Offering coupons in ads, flyers, in the yellow pages or on the internet is a good way to get people into your store or to try your service. Couponpros.org, Association of Coupon Professionals. Couponmaker.com. Siteforsavings.com. Couponnet.com. Valpak.com. Allonlinecoupons.com. Smartshopping.isgreat.org. wait-till-i.com. Redplum.com. wow-coupons.com. Couponcracy.com. hotcouponworld.com. gotadeal.com/coupons. 4electronicscoupons.com. couponmountain.com. aaa.com, members of American Automobile Association get restaurant and hotel coupons. Shortcuts.com. Shopstyle.com, look under deals. Couponcabin.com. Sellfire.com, coupon on your cell phone, sales clerk scans it in. 1-coupons.com. 247malls.com. rebates4you.com. abbys-good-stuff.com/coupons.html. ableshoppers.com. actualfreestuff.com/coupons.htm. addvaluecoupons.com. allonlinecoupons.com. allpaidfor.com. americaninternetshopping.com/coupons.asp. anycoupons.com. babymint.com. bestonlinecoupons.com. best-online-coupons.com. bigbigsavings.com. bondrewards.com. brightstreet.com. Scentsoft.com, chickenofthesea.com, clevermom.com, coupon and resale shop, coolsavings.com, coupon.com, couponaddiction.com, coupon-america.net, couponbug.com, couponcabin.com, couponchief.com, couponchicks.com, couponclipper.com, couponcraze.com, coupondirectory.com, couponfund.com, couponmom.com, couponmountain.com, couponnetwork.ca, Canada, coupons.com, couponsandoffers.com, couponsandrefunds.com, coupons-coupon-codes.com, couponshair.com, couponsandw.com, couponsweb.com, couponzone.bentblog.com, coupon-usa.com, couponwinner.com, cybergeld.com, cyberpromo.com, dailydeals.com, dealcatcher.com, dealcoupon.com, delighted.com, dealitup.com, dealnews.com, dealofday.com, dealoftheday.com, deals2.com, deltime.com, destinationcoupons.com, .deals.com, dummies365.info/directory/book-coupo-ndis-count-motel restaurant, ebates.com, rebates for shopping, e-centives.com, eclip.com, e-coupon.com, ecoupons.com, edealfinder.com, edexpress.com, entertainment.com, eversave.com, everyward.com, fabfree.com/coupon.htm, fabuloussavings.com, fatwallet.com, feedindy.com, findcouponsonline.com, floridadiscountcoupons.com, freakyfreddies.com/1/coupons-free-stuff.html, free4moms.com, freebiejunkie.com/coupons_freebies.htm, freecouponinfo.com, freeandclearstuff.com/coupons.htm, freestuffchannel.com/coupons.html, freestuffer.com/fs/coupons.html, freeukstuff.com/free-coupons-vouchers.html, greenpoints.com, greenpoints.com, grocerycoupons.com, happycoupons.com/free_stuff.php, hotcoupons.com, icar.com/pdf/forms_applications/discount_coupon.pdf, imagedeals.com, instantcoupons.com, itsrainingbargains.com, keycode.com, couponz.com, lampsplus.com/htmls/coupons/coupon1.asp, latestfreecoupons.com, lavi.com/free-coupons.htm, lmegadeals.com, messageboards.today.com/for-pp coupon, momsview.com/babycoo.html, motel-coupons.com, mycoupons.com, mypoints.com, nestegz.com, netcentives.com, newfreeoffers.com, neworleanscoupons.com, newsummerica.com, coupons and newspapers, orlandosurveying.com, overstock.com, pastrywiz.com/search/category/coupon01.htm, pic.net/uniloc/coupon, pricezilla.com, quantcom.com, rebateco.com, rebates4life.com, rebates4life.com. redflagdeals.com, Canadian coupons. redtagdeals.com. refundelybundle.com. salescircular.com. sample.com. sedonacoupons.com. shopforadae.com, how to save money or get it free. shoppingrebates.com. smartsource.com. specialoffers.com/coolstuffcheap coupons. stonybrookfarms.com. storecoupon.com. supercoos.com. supermarkets.com. supplementstogo.com/coupons.html. susies-coupons.com. suzycoupon.com. tech-sol.net/interlinks/coupons.htm. thebrandsclub.com, Canada. top20free.com/free_coupons.html. upromise.com. valpak.com. valpak.com/coupons. valuecoupons.com. value-mail.com. valupage.com. virtualquincy.com/quincy/free/coupons.htm. webfreebies.net/couponsanrebates.html. wow-coupons.com. customized advertising/target marketing. Customized or target advertising has 4 facets as far as I can gather. 1. Creating ads that target a particular individual by using his name in the ad and possibly some details you know about this person which were picked up from some public records database. If you've ever gotten an ad in the mail or an ad over the internet that started out by addressing you by your name, that's the start of a basic customized ad. This is one reason why spammers sneak cookies and spyware onto your computer. In order to get a list of the type of websites you frequent, then they have a computer program that sends you ads based on what they perceive to be your surfing habits. 2. Tailoring your ads to one demographic group of people as opposed to the mainstream in general in both content and where you stick these ads. 3. Promotional products. You put your logo on t-shirts, mugs, etc. and / or put people's names on them too. 4. You create a venue to entertain and otherwise engage a certain group of people, then advertise to them while entertaining them. A TV cartoon show was built around some toys. A skateboarding company built a skateboarding websites to entertain skateboarders and advertise themselves in the process. Get ideas from the following websites: targetmarketnews.com. accessmylibrary.com/coms2/summary_0286-139589592_idm, customized advertising via a common media distributor. acnielsen.com/products/crs_advertising.html, customized research marketing. adserviceohio.com, a network of more than 100 community newspapers located across the state. advertisingsolutians.net, website design, website hosting. bid4spots.com, advertise on radio stations for a fraction of the price. brandmuscle.com. campsearch.com/marketing/exposure.jsp. cnaads.com, customized newspaper advertising is a national newspaper advertising planning and placement source. comeup.gr, comeup customized advertising services. commercialadv.com. computerpranks.com/advertising. consultants2busines.com, get expert advice on how to market your business successfully. contextweb.com ad network. quads.com, offers customized credit union advertising campaigns. dentistry21.com/on_hold, customized on hold advertising for dentists and pre-produced dental on hold message marketing system. frehits.com/advertise.aspx, banner advertising and customized advertising campaigns. iht.com/articles/ap/2006/12/06/technology/EU_tech_norway_ads.php, customized advertising for mobile phones. landmarkcreations.com/helium.html, customized inflatable advertising balloons. launchesitemedia.com/promotion/custom_advertisement.htm, website design, e-commerce and promotional services. marketingconceptsllc.com, customized telephone message and prescription pads for advertising. millrecstudio.com, Millennium Radio advertising. nascar.com/guides/advertising. nature.com/advertising. pit.edu/esther/papers/customized advertising.pdf. readwriteweb.com/archives/customized_video_advertising.php, customized video advertising disrupts ad industry. redmacomsmedia.com, customized online advertising campaigns. salempublishing.com/custom_marketing_solutions.php. shanj.com/download/ad_insertion/targeted advertising.pdf. segomomedia.com/customized.html, digital signage and visual communications. trade.e-pals.com/business-professionals/advertising-marketing-sales-1972.html. veryframe.com, dynamic display for customized advertising. webeyesonline.com/services.htm, customized online advertising and marketing services. door hanger advertising. Door hangers is an advertising flyer you put on someone's doorknob. It could have a coupon on it. Simply create them, print them out and hire kids to go around hanging them on people's doors. printusa.com/quotes/door-hangers.html. inflatables advertising. Buy a big inflatable balloon and hang it on your roof. 3dadvertising.net. abcinflatables.co.uk. abovealladvertising.net. advertisingballoons.com. advertisingballoonscompany.com. advertisingblimps.com. advertising-inflatables.cn. advertising-inflatables.com. advertisinginflatablesusa.com. alvmar.com. amerimark.com. balloons.net. balloonsforrent.com. bigeventsonline.com/advertisinginflatables.htm. bigidias.com. bonanzaballoons.com. business.com. china-inflatables.com.cn. cninflatables.com. cutting-edge-creations.com, giant inflatable mascots. east-inflatables.com/inflatable-advertising. eventgames.com/interactive/products/games1.htm. fabulousinflatables.com/advertising-balloons.html. giantadvertisingballoons.com, 866-713-7031. giantadvertisingblimps.com. giantadvertisinginflatables.com. giantimagesusa.com. inflatable2000.com. inflatableads.com. inflatablecn.com/products/promo-t/balloons. inflatablecreations.com. inflatables.co.il, Israel. inflatablescompany.com. inflatablesuk.co.uk/promotional-bouncies.htm. inflatedgames.com, Toronto, on. inflateourbusiness.com, 780-455-5757. landmarkcreations.com. monsterballoons.com. publir.ca, Canada. SaharaAdvertising.com. UniqueInflatables.com. USABlimp.com. Windship.com. Chapter 5. Advertising Topics 2. New Age of Advertising. The new age of advertising is to make the customer feel good about himself, about life, for the moment, and hopefully he pairs that good feeling with the product. You could use sex, good-looking food, a tropical paradise, an upbeat song, humor, money, promise of wealth or saving money, power, style, health, vitality. Suggest that the customer can be cool pop culture style by using your product and anything else that appeals to his ego and makes him feel easy breezy, cool and transcendent for a second or two. The highest vision of aesthetic beauty is a feeling of transcendence you create by inspired living in your soul. Advertisers try to create ads to capture a feeling of freedom and transcendence and put you in that zone for a few seconds, thus getting you to feel good, identifying with the product and buying it because it hits some primal level that makes you feel good, transcendent, and free. To my way of thinking, you can only get this feeling on a sustained level by inspired aesthetic living, but people are trying to sell it through products, and many people are either too lazy or too stupid to realize happiness doesn't come from consumer goods but from what you do, which is why there are billions of dollars spent on useless, frivolous goods every day. People want escapism from consumer products, plus they want products that will help them survive, heal, thrive, and live better lives, so it's a two-pronged deal that consumers want. An instant feeling of goodness, an instant karmic elevation of state of mind. Something that appeals to their vanity, sense of vitality, sense of power, sense of health. Your job, as the advertiser for your company, is to promise to make the consumer feel one or all of the following points by using your product. Escape reality to change your state of mind instantly with a feeling of easy breezy coolness. Feel calm and peaceful. Increase wealth. Save money. Increase beauty. Make you more popular and cool, part of the in crowd. Make the body more physically attractive. Lose weight. Increase youthful vitality. Increase health. Increase sexual ability. Increase sexual magnetism. Increase confidence. Increase intelligence. Increase enlightenment. Enhance vanity. Feel like an elite winner of life. That's basically it in a nutshell, a sense of aesthetic transcendence and self-improvement. Some of the themes of postmodern transcendence-oriented advertising are: capture a feeling of bliss like sitting around in a tropical paradise. Come off that your product is there to help the consumer grow and thrive. Appeal to the subject's immediate state of mind. Make him feel good. Take him away to a quick psycho-spiritual mystical hedonistic paradise for a minute or so. Commercials that capture a tranquil peaceful state of the mind are appealing to the middle-aged and older generations. Show something that will make the consumer a bigger, badder, better version of himself. Show something that will give the consumer a momentary feeling of bliss, an aesthetic orgasm of sorts. In love, everybody wants to be swept away. It's the same deal in advertising a product. They want an instant altered state of consciousness. The postmodern advanced TV commercial is the fantasyland that gives you the feeling of easy breezy coolness for a minute. It's about escapism. Appeal to the primal soul by conjuring up archetypal, subconscious images. Try to engender a feeling of freedom like an eagle flying. Many people are angry and negative, but society comes in and says you can't be like that, so they repress it, but well-crafted television commercials can capture feelings of anger, hurt, frustration, stress and violence such that consumers relate and buy the product. Imagine some Amazon girl in a commercial who kicks butt. This is a pretty powerful image for a lot of women who don't feel so powerful in the real world. Smartass and general rebellious behavior appeal to a lot of frustrated people, especially the youth market. Try to come across like whatever you're selling is instant bliss, an instant tingle for the consumer once he gets it. Commercials that appeal to the primal basics can be appealing, like the sound of drum beats, a tropical setting, half-naked people dressed in skimpy loincloths near a waterfall. It conjures up a sense of Eden. Smart advertisers play up to the egos and vanities of the consuming public. Make the consumer feel like he belongs to some elite tribe/in crowd. Try to create a certain image for your company which you can define in a few words, then live by it. When I say domestic bliss, you should think of Martha Stewart, that's her brand/image. How about counterculture adventure? That seems to be what Richard Branson of Virgin wants to create, especially with his cola soft drinks. Make your ads use people who give the perception that they're the pioneers and gurus of the field and leading the way towards greater wisdom and enlightenment in that particular field. Appeal to the taste buds like show a beautiful creamy cake. Show really sexy people. Consumers want peak experiences, peak performance enhancement, and will buy products that promise this stuff, to make you bigger, badder, better, and heal whatever is ailing you. You, the company, the advertiser, come off as the doctor, healer, guru, and helper of the consumers. It's no different than the snake oil charmers from the past. Show some dude taking a cool drink in the desert, in an oasis of sorts. Anything with a waterfall is symbolic of sex. Psychedelic, new age, mystical images in commercials are interesting for the consumer to watch. Glorify hedonism, self-indulgence. Portray men and women as cool, happening people that you want to identify with. Clever advertisers make you feel like you belong to a cool tribe if you use product X, i.e. Nike Tribe. Portray people who use product X as cool, fascinating, enlightened, advanced people. Portray people who use product X as wise and superior. Create an ad that distracts people from mundane physical reality and transports you into a surrealistic world for a minute or two. People like these type of ads. They will buy products based on that transient feeling the ad gave them. People want novelty, something new, something from the limits of the imagination, an escape from reality. They respond to such ads. People like to see exciting, intense cool things in ads. Books about consumer behavior are at number 306.3 or HF 5415 at the library. Outdoor advertising / out-of-home advertising. Outdoor advertising is not just billboards anymore. It's bus shelter signs, signs on the sides of buses, signs in the bathroom where you urinate, signs in the sports arena, posters everywhere, etc. Out-of-home advertising / U is all types of advertising that happens while people aren't at home. It is not broadcast, print, or internet advertising. To find out the law regarding outdoor advertising on roads, refer to the state's Department of Transportation. OAAA.org, Outdoor Advertising Association of America, Inc. AdamsOutdoor.com. adverblog.com/archives/cat_outdoor_advertising.htm. applerock.com/outdoor marketing. billboardconnection.com